Don't be afraid. Do you want to play hide and seek? You hide, and I'll find you. You're going to die in there.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? Hello. Hi, gozaimasu. Hi. Good morning. Dragonator for 32 months. Welcome on in. Good morning and welcome back. Happy anniversary. Nice to see you again. It's a long, long time. How are we doing this morning, everyone? So sound check. I want you guys to be able to hear the music loud and clear. Too loud, too quiet? All right. Good morning, everyone. Hi. Good morning. I've been sick for the last few days. Your ASMR helped a lot. Oh, well, thanks. Oop, that's my volume. Oop, oop. I love that little cat emote. Hi, good morning, everyone. You guys are so smiley today. Hi. What did everyone have for breakfast? Chilling and cleaning. It is Sunday. Sundays usually should be meant for cleaning up and getting ready for the next week. Could not be me. Cereal and watermelon. What a combo. Your voice is so smooth. Oh, so nice. I combined the word nice and so, and I just, my brain just put it together. Bacon and egg sandwich. That sounds really good. Layna's such a gorgeous model and beautiful voice. Thank you. I don't eat breakfast. I haven't eaten breakfast either. I got a little bit too nervous from the meet and greet, and I just wanted to get on into the stream. Chili omelet. What does that look like? Is it just like eggs and then like hot? Last in European. I'm about to go to sleep. Honestly, speaking of, I thought you said peach spanking water, but you said sparkling, but might as well be the same thing, right? I might not do a morning stream tomorrow. I probably will do an evening stream. I think I need a little bit of some rest. So I've been streaming 4 days in a row now, and I want a little bit of rest, but I don't want to take tomorrow off because I'm going to take Wednesday and Thursday off. So yeah, 10:30 p.m. in the UK. Also, I'm probably going to be a little bit softer spoken today because I had my meet and greet, and I felt like I was yelling the whole time because I couldn't really see anything at all. I had my meet and greet at the 3 a.m. booth. It was so nice meeting you guys, and it was so cute. Oh my goodness, so many of you were so nervous. I wanted to ask you a question. When you are at meet and greets, what helps you be less nervous? What can we do to make it less nerve-wracking? Hazelnut chocolate spread sounds so good. That sounds lovely. Spooky film react? No. Today I asked my community last week if you wanted to have a community day, and they said yes. So I said, okay, community submissions. What do you think you want to do? And there's a wide range, and everyone kind of had a vote. And you guys voted on submitting questions to me, like life advice, not so much Q&A about myself, but you wanted some life advice. And I was like, I'll be the first to say that I said, are you sure? Because I'm not sure I'm the best person to help you out with that, but I will try my very best. So today I will be answering your submitted questions that you've submitted throughout the week for today. What does that sound? Honestly, kind of difficult. I'm just shy meeting people in general, so would get anxious regardless. Me too. That's why I like just being home. Hi, Melon! Coloria. Did I say that right? Hi. Did I finish Bioshock? No. I've beaten it already in the past, so I think that's why I wasn't too pressed on wanting to beat it. But admittedly, the game can be really bright and flashy, and that kind of makes me a little bit nauseous in the morning. That's kind of why I haven't been like, let's finish it. Speaking from meet and greets at WeebCon this year, I think all of the onus is on my end. Y'all are nothing but friendly and inviting. I just overthink the interaction. Okay, imagine everything that you just said and that you overthink interactions and then being a content creator. Like, I'm a little bit better now, but I used to overthink every interaction, and that's super tough if people aren't like that. You know what I mean? People look at you like you're a little bit of a weirdo. So I never ever want anyone to feel uncomfortable in an interaction. Spider-Man pointing meme? Absolutely, 100% yes. Sometimes opening with a joke or a story and help ease people. That's a good idea. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. It's basically my life when I go out. It's crazy when I talk to you guys. It feels like all of us are very much on the same page with our inability to socialize. And I say our because I'm kind of in the same boat, mostly online. I think if I'm in person with someone, that's super easy. I feel like I'm pretty good an extrovert in person, but boy oh boy, I'm not really great online. I don't really understand online friendships very well. So but it kind of seems like a lot of people have their shit together as content creators, but boy, I'm not. I don't think I'm one of those. I feel like when I get to go to a meet and greet, it'll be a bit nervous. No, don't even worry about it. A lot of people said, excuse me, sorry, I'm nervous, and it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, I'm definitely a person that prefers reading body language. I'll get there. I'll get there. Well, Lucian, thank you. I appreciate that. What's good? How you been? I'm good. I woke up extra early so that I was certain to not miss my meet and greet with 3 a.m. Massive shout out to 3 a.m. Thank you so much for having so many of us to the meet and greets. It was my first virtual meet and greet. I had a wonderful time. I was so nervous to meet a lot of you, and so many of you guys were just like, you're my you know what, I will say some of you guys said something that I felt was really cute, but I think it was nerves. I think one or two of you were like, you're not my first favorite, you're not the first person I watch, but I do, you're maybe my second or third. And I was like, that's okay. So I would ask what their first one was. I think I got an Iron Mouse was their first, which is awesome, and Shondo, that's right, yeah. Which is, it's totally fine. I don't expect when you go to meet and greets that the person you're meeting is like your Oshi or anything, but I thought that was super funny and super cute. You're some sort of substitute teacher. I know, I definitely feel like that sometimes, so it was adorable. I'd be like, oh really, who's your favorite? And then I think someone said Shondo. I was like, Shondo's so cool, I love Shondo. And then they kind of went on a spiel of how much they like her, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna tell her that. And they were like, no please. So it was very cute. Yeah. What else? I'm so sorry about being so awkward asking. No, dude, it's all good, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to not shake when talking to you due to nervousness. Wait, were you at the meet and greet today? You poor things, I feel like I would be shaking tremendously meeting anyone, so it is okay. Oh hi, Longhorn Hat! You came straight to my stream and you're at the convention. I hope you're relaxing. Goodness, thank you so much for coming to the meet and greet. I gotta see if there's a way to get that like line around my model better, because I saw a purple line. I was like, oh no. But man, they must be working so hard to make sure that everything is like crisp and clean. I'm such a pain in the ass because I can't use green because of my eyes, but that won't be a problem coming soon. Also, Yuki, welcome back for 4 months, and Dreamy, hi, welcome back for 10. How are you both doing today? I wonder if there was more people in the line or not. I didn't see the line at all. I just saw like a big empty space behind me, but someone said there was a lot of people. So what happens if like that's time on meet and greets? Does everyone just go home? Like what's the situation there? What happens? I also do have a story to tell you guys. I have a story and it happened last night. Do you want to hear? You're my shadow, Oshi. I don't catch a stream of yours for months, even then, maybe a few minutes, but I love you platonically and support you as best as I can from the shadows. Dragonator, that is so nice. I really appreciate that. I am A-okay with that. And Gaga, welcome on in. How are you? I think I followed a while ago. Convention met probably too long ago to remember. Okay. Do you want to hear my story last night? It's kind of a sad but then funny story. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. Okay. So, hold on, there's so many sounds. One sec. Let me switch this up. So, I have a door in my bedroom that leads to the outside. Also, Hosp, hi! Or Hops. I have such bad dyslexia. Hops, welcome back for 5 months. Hi. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for the kind words. So I have a door in my bedroom, and throughout the night, every now and again, Tui wakes me up to go outside, right? She's like, come on, I have to go pee. And it's a regular thing. I get up, which I'm trying to teach her to hold it longer. She's just such a tiny gal. She's getting better. But usually my go-to is I'll open the door, she goes out, and I close my eyes until she comes back so I don't like super interrupt the fact that I can just go back to sleep. And I was like, wait, this is taking a really long time. Like, okay, I'm gonna open my eyes and I'm looking out the window. I don't see her. I'm like, okay, I'll just give her a minute. And then I open the door and I say, Chewy, and I don't want to be loud because it's like 3 a.m. or something like that. I don't want to wake up my neighbors. I'm like, Chewy. She doesn't come, and I'm like, huh. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little bit worried because it's been storming a lot. The wind is like just super harsh. It's like scary, strong wind. You know what I mean? And so I look out, and then I open the door fully. I step out and I look around, and I don't see her. And so I'm like, okay. I go downstairs. I open the door downstairs to look around, and I call for her, and I don't see her. I'm like, okay, maybe one of the doors, you know, swung shut and she couldn't get out because there's, you know, a little front yard area. And I walk out bare feet, you know, no pants, just because I thought I was gonna be quick. And I call her name, and nothing. At this point, I'm starting to get really nervous. Also, Goblin Guy, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid, and I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you so much. Welcome. So I run back inside, I put on my pants, I get my phone, and I turn on my flashlight. And at this point, I'm scared, right? I'm nervous. I don't know if she got hurt. I don't know if she got out. I don't know if she got lost. So I'm going around my entire backyard. I'm like, Tui! I'm looking everywhere. I look at the front and I can't find her, and I start crying. And I go through my front door. I'm like, maybe she got out. Maybe she's across the street. And I go in front of my house and I'm looking around, and I can't see Tui. And I'm just crying at this point. Like, I'm so nervous. I'm just like, I don't see her. I don't hear her. She usually comes running back. And I thought I've lost my dog, and I start thinking about all the feelings if I ever lost Tui, and I'm so scared and I'm so sad, and I feel like the worst pet mom. And I'm walking back from looking at the front of the house, and I go back, you know, to my backyard, and on my deck I have this hey, leave her alone. He's sleeping. And hold on. I'm gonna get some water. Excuse me. And I walk back, and I have this like lounge set in the backyard. And Tui, he's gonna get mad at you. And I see this tiny little black ball of floof hiding way back underneath the couch outside. And she's shaking. I'm like, Tui? She's like, I'm like, Tui, oh my God, come here. And I hold her, I'm like, what's wrong, baby? What's wrong? Are you okay? And I look at her, and she slam dunks her butt right on the floor and drags it. I'm like, what the what? And she's looking at me like, hi, Mom. And she's like shaking while dragging her ass across the ground. I'm like, what on? Poor thing. I don't know if she thought she was in trouble or what. But she You know, sometimes when you have long-haired dogs, they kind of just, sometimes they poop on themselves. Just a little, like a tiny little. And she hates it. She hates being gross. She hates getting anything on her. So she was like shaking in the corner in the back, like where I couldn't see her at all. And she was like trying to get this poop off. And I was like, this poor dog, dude. So I'm like, sweetheart, it's okay. I pick her up, I go upstairs, I go to the shower, and I clean her up, and she's like shaking. And I don't know why she's shaking. I don't know, because the wind was scary. It's been like really strong winds lately, and it just like a scary amount of sound. And I can't believe she didn't come when I called her. But I don't know if it was shame or what's going on, but she didn't come out when I called her, even out of fear. But guys, I don't know, she must have been embarrassed, but I thought I lost her, only to be seen that she was just embarrassed of her own poop butt. So that's my story about Tui, and I almost lost her, but she just pooped. No, she went to the groomer like 2 weeks ago, and it's shaved around there. So maybe she was pooping and the wind, you know, got in her fur. I don't know. I don't know what happened, dude. You're a mess, little one. You're such a mess. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't expect that at all. Here I was crying my eyes out, and then seeing Tui in the corner underneath the bed, underneath the couch, just shaking. You had a poop butt. You scared me. I thought I lost you. I love you. I love you. Gosh. Tui, you dummy. Also, Lucario, welcome back. Happy 2-year anniversary. Love your streams. I can't catch them often anymore, but I enjoy them when I can. Dude, I'm always surprised that people still subscribe when they can't watch very often, but that means the world to me. So thank you so much. Thank you. And C Money. Hi, welcome back. Does Tyr get embarrassed? No. Tyr's fine with pooping himself. It's kind of, but I mean, that must be a boy thing. Like I'm sure a lot of you guys are fine pooping yourselves. You know what I mean? So honestly, if I shit myself and my mom calls me inside, I would not want to reply as well. It's just that she was shaking. You know? Yeah, Tyr's head is too empty. I completely agree. His head is absolutely mega empty. Good morning to you too. Hi, MDux. How you doing? But yes, today's going to be special. How many of you guys submitted a question? Today is an all-day yap session. And if you're like, Layna, all I've ever wanted from you is just to listen to you talk for 5 hours. Well, today's that day. Because it's just going to be me and you here in this just chatting screen. I love yapping. Well, that's today. We're doing it. Yeah. Wow. Nice. Nice. You have tea for your voice? I don't have tea. I have this really nice water. I don't have tea. I was yelling for an hour already before the stream, so my energy's a little bit lower, but I'm sure we'll pick up in a bit. Do you think that he could have been spooked by a predator? No, there's actually no predators in New Zealand. There's none. So, have a good sleep, Winter Storm. Have a good sleep. But yes, okay. Do you guys just want to like jump right into the questions? Because it's not like there's any difference between now and then. Also, No Breaks. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? If you wanna. Yeah, I do. I do not think I can get to all the questions, but at the very least we can try, you know. All right, our first question. I don't know why I paused. The first question was, would you like your name to be read on stream? And I was like, I didn't check this, but then I remembered that my mod, if they don't want their name to be read, they will redact it. So I paused out of a fear for a second. Okay, so Chitiala, the hardest name across the block. I always struggle with the names, always. I'm gonna snooze this, just this one right here. What is your question? Question is, I have recently left a long-term relationship of almost 10 years. Oh boy. How does one get back to normal? And when does one know it's okay to look for a new partner? Okay. Woo! We're starting off strong. Okay, lots of feels there, lots of triggers, lots of things going on. Okay, can I take a sip of my coffee? This is, oh boy. Strong start. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay. Well, a lot of the times I am able to discuss things by relating. How many of you guys do that? Where you relate to what people are saying by telling your own story? Tell her to DM me. Stop. Okay. Well, as you guys know, I was in a 9-year relationship. We're friends. We're good. We're close now. And I was the one that broke off the relationship, mostly because I felt like, is this the person that I want to have children with? Is this person that I want to marry? And it came up across because we were about to buy a house together, and I was like, no, I don't think. If you feel it in your gut, then don't maybe, I don't know, to not string people along if you're not going to do that sort of commitment, right? But for 9 years, it was very much like a kind of in a way, a business relationship and a loving relationship. We lived together, shared bank accounts, had a business together, yada, yada. So, you know, walking away from that, if you've, even a roommate, if you've lived with someone or you've been with someone for like at least over 5 years, they're a pinnacle, a big part of your life. So I completely understand that when you leave something that was so long, it's almost like, who am I anymore? You know what I mean? You have to go on this journey of self-discovery a bit, and what is it that you want and you need once that relationship is no longer there, right? So the question is, how does one get back to normal? I can't answer that for you. All I can say is what I did. And I did make a lot of mistakes on the way. The first thing that I wanted to do is answer the question, what is it that I want? Why didn't the relationship work? And what is it that I'm looking for in my relationships going forward, right? So after I was in a 9-year relationship, that was all of my 20s, by the way. I feel like you guys are going to learn so much about me today, and I really hope that I don't like overstep or overindulge in information here. But also, do we want to change the tone of the music? If this tone of music feels super hard. What about this? Is this better? I feel like this is better. Also, dude, Amaru, how are you? Welcome back for 52. Wow. I hope you're doing good, man. Thank you for coming back. Thank you. Miss you, bud. Okay, yeah, this is better. So I had to ask myself the question. Now, what did I want? I want to get married, and I want to settle down, and I want to have a family. Okay? However, because I was in a relationship, in a very serious, mildly, and we've admitted as much, so I think I can say this with respect, a controlling relationship for 9 years throughout my 20s. I didn't really, sleep around. I didn't date around. I didn't, go out and get drunk and do crazy things. I kind of missed out on all those things in my 20s. So, admittedly, I think I made a lot of mistakes after that 9-year relationship. I went on a journey of discovering myself through lots of mistakes. So if I can impart anything upon people that are trying to find themselves after a breakup, is to just be more patient with yourself and communicative. Figure out what you want first and be kind to others and yourself. And you're probably going to make mistakes figuring out who you are and what you want to do. You sound like you don't know how to answer. Well, I'm doing my best, I promise. I don't have a full answer. That's true. All I can say is that I have my own experiences. And it was tough. It's so tough after a long-term relationship. So to get back to normal, time. I hate it. I feel like people keep telling me this all the time. Time. I hate it. It's like this slow dwindling, what am I doing with my life? Until one day you know what you're doing with your life. It's at least regarding relationships. When does one know? This is an important question. When does one know it's okay to look for a new partner? There is no answer to that either. I think sometimes the only thing that you might run into trouble with is other people judging you and how quickly you do or don't move on. For instance, after my relationship, I liked someone right away, but that was just because of the timing of it. But I think that I was really naive, and I think that I was not mature enough to handle the fact that I should have taken time. I should have taken time after my long-year relationship and not jumped into another one. So I think that's also important. Again, it is all personal preference, but I think it is very healthy. I would say, looking back, take at least 6 months to not be interested in anyone. Don't date anyone. Hell, I would say don't even sleep around. But that's just me because of all the mistakes that I've made. I was like, whoa, I'm a free girl. I'm gonna like people. I'm gonna try to make this work. Like, I made mistakes. So I would say jumping to another person is a terrible idea, but everyone's different. Maybe you're in a long relationship and it's abusive or it's not healthy, and you find another person and that person works for you and you're together for the rest of your life. So I think that for me, I would say 6 months is a good time between a long-term relationship that you've come out of and looking in a different direction. That way you have time to find yourself first and things that you want to look for and grow on before you're with someone again. Also, Flexion, thank you so much. Welcome on in. But I don't know. I think there is no getting back to normal, because once you leave a friendship or relationship that was so long, you're not gonna be that person ever again. You're a new person, and you're gonna grow to be a different person as time passes. So maybe don't think of it of how do I get back to normal? It's who do I want to be now? Yeah. That's it. That's my answer to that one. Gosh, I'm so nervous. Okay. Whew. Hi, Jacksaw. Oh boy, I'm nervous. Okay. Next one. Jaybird. Also, thank you so much for submitting that question and being vulnerable. I appreciate it. The question is, I have many striped socks of all colors. Also, Zan, welcome back for 4 months. Nice to see you again. Should I wear matched pairs of them or not? You'll never stop me from wearing them with sandals though. I'm actually starting to kind of like mismatching my socks. So honestly, striped socks are pretty gross, I'm going to admit. But if you want to mismatch them, it's fine. Also, Ding Dong, welcome back for 26 months. Hi. Hi. Should this name be read on stream? It says yes. Yeah. And if it's not, then they redacted it beforehand. It's okay. Yeah, honestly, whatever makes you happy. I have so many socks, so many pairs of socks, and I don't know why it is nearly impossible to get them in pairs, but I stopped caring. Do striped thigh highs count? Count for what? Socks? What do you mean count? Count how? What do you mean by that? With sandals. Ugh. No, I still don't like white socks. For being gross. No. Thigh highs don't count. They don't count. Okay. Parsival. Yes, I am definitely playing Silent Hill 2 the second it drops. Absolutely. All right. I'm gonna do this because we don't need to see the. Do you need to read your name on stream? I'm gonna make it smaller. How does this look, guys? Does it look okay? Okay. The next question is, how do you deal with Sorry, boy! Gosh. That's not, I'm not doing that at you, Parse, or anything. It's my brain going, also, Skeleton, welcome back for 5 months. Hello to at your secret bunker. Visceral reaction. I'm going through a lot right now, guys. I'm sorry. I think I get triggered sometimes, so that question was like, buzzword. Okay. Yeah. Let's read this. Let's read this. Let's go. I got a visceral reaction. How do you deal with FOMO, fear of missing out? I always end up feeling like I'm missing out on stuff, but I don't want to sacrifice other important stuff to catch it. Okay, I think you answered your question, honestly, to be real with you. You said there's other important stuff, right? So if you have other important stuff, you've made your decision on what you want to be doing and what's most important, right? So I feel like you're already making the right choices. Yeah? I think with the day and age that we live in, with everyone being online and having a lot of online relationships, unfortunately, all of us are going to feel FOMO because we live across so many different places in the world. And we are all doing our best to not feel left out. All I can impart on that is that, unfortunately, I don't think any of us will ever not feel FOMO, because at the end of the day, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think we're all fairly lonely, right? All we can do is just keep moving forward and make plans with our friends to have those moments of memories and hold on to them as much as we can until the next time we're able to get together again. I think life right now is just lonely, and it is what it is, and we gotta figure out ways to not feel as lonely per day. Okay, next question is, oh, this looks a little bit goofy. Sorry, chat. What is your best advice for someone who can't figure out what career path they want to pursue? That's a good question. I right off the bat, I don't think I have super good advice for this, but advice for someone who can't figure out what career path they want to pursue. I think that that's a tough one coming from me because I've always known what I wanted to do since I was like 6. Let's see, chat. What do you think? I think, yeah, a pro and con chart. I think look at your hobbies. I think we are in a day and age where you can definitely pursue career paths of your own hobbies that make you happy. Also, hi, Siniki. Can we get a shout out for Siniki? I'd really appreciate that. Hi, how are you doing today? I think if you really like drawing, if you really like making music, if you really like cooking, if you even like playing games, write a big list of things that make me happy, okay? Then look at what kind of career choices fall under those hobbies that you really enjoy, and could you see yourself pursuing those things as a career? Or what kind of career can I take up right now while I try to find myself? I think that's really the main thing that I could advise regarding finding your career path, is just listen to yourself and what makes you happy. Try different things, and like they say, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. Don't be afraid to try something to find out if you'll like it, then change. It's never too late to get a fresh start. I enjoy writing, but I never thought about doing that for a career until recently. Yeah, you guys have lots of good advice. Lots of that is valid. I went into medical administration. I hated it and quit. Totally valid. There's a lot of things that you guys might actually not like, and it maybe is not suited for you. It helps when you're passionate about your job. Oh gosh. What's that saying? If you love what you do, you're never working a day in your life. Hi, I stumbled across your stream. I really like your voice. Well, thank you, Spoon God. I like your name. Welcome on in. Hi. Hi. I'm of the opinion that you shouldn't make a career out of your hobbies. It sucks the joy. I can understand that. I also understand that perspective. It's kind of a big reason why I stopped doing art. So I think it's, again, it comes down to personal preference and where you are and at what point in your life. I tried a lot, but I haven't found anything. Well, also got to look at your environment and your age and your experience. Sometimes if you don't know what you want to do, it helps just getting really kind of shit run-of-the-mill jobs, right? So when I started working, I was 15, hostess, waitressing. I worked at GameStop. I just did a bunch of service jobs until, I don't know, maybe I had enough experience or talked to enough people to figure out what it is that I wanted to do. A little soul searching, you know? Thank you for the question. Next question. Oops. Already did this one. Name is Fazilla. Question is, let me zoom in here. I want to travel alone, but I'm kind of scared to travel alone. Should I do it anyway? I'd also love to visit New Zealand. That's my biggest goal. Do you have advice on what parts of New Zealand are must see? Besides that, love your streams. Love your amazing new model. Thank you for being real. And don't see that so often from content creators. Keeping yourself. Oh, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Nice meeting you in San Japan. Hi! Thank you so much for coming in the meet and greet. I was so nervous. And it was really laggy, so I couldn't really see. So I hope I wasn't too goofy. But thank you for coming and saying hi. That meant so much to me. And I appreciate it. And I will treasure it for the rest of my life. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time. That means a lot. Thank you. Okay, so I want to travel alone, but I'm kind of scared. Should I do it anyway? Yes. If you have the financial means and the time to travel overseas, do it. Do it. I'm going to take a sip of water. Hang on. It takes a lot of planning. You're completely right, by the way, Fuzzy. But I feel like I grew exponentially as a person, even just by traveling. It's almost like it felt like like I leveled up a bit in life. When I went to Northern Ireland, that was 2 back-to-back, like 16-hour flights. And it was crazy difficult, but it almost gave me the strength and the confidence that I could do anything, that I could figure it out, right? And I found such joy in figuring out how to make my life easier in a really difficult situation. So for instance, when I traveled again after that, I got a smartwatch, right? Affordable smartwatch. And then I connected my smartwatch to my travel app. And then my watch would tell me, when is it boarding? When are things delayed? I wanted to get like carry-ons that would charge my phone just in case my other external batteries ran out. I went through a whole slew of figuring out, do I bring an iPad? Do I bring a Switch? Do I bring my Stream Deck or my Steam Deck? And at the end of the day, even though I tried all of those, I hate traveling with weight. I don't bring my Steam Deck, sorry. I don't bring my Switch and I don't bring an iPad. I just load up a bunch of TV shows on my phone. I have, it is essential to have noise canceling earbuds and over the ear. So when you're sleeping or when you're just walking from point A to point B, I had so much fun trying to figure out all the little bits and pieces to help traveling. And that was just it was a really good distraction. So yeah, I think you should do it if you are in the means to do so. Do it. I think you'll grow a lot as a person if you do so. The question is, advice on what parts of New Zealand? I wish so much that I could answer this for you, but I don't have an answer, mostly because I myself, I've lived here for like going on 14 years now. I haven't traveled New Zealand. I've only lived in like Auckland and Wellington, which is why I'm hoping in the future I'm going to save up and maybe take some trips around North and South Island and maybe have some friends come visit and they all meet me here. But I haven't gotten the opportunity to travel around at all. So unfortunately, other than things like go see Hobbiton and the glowworm caves, I don't have any advice on that. I just kind of came here and I worked and I didn't stop working ever since. Yeah. But yeah, good question. Thank you for submitting the question. I hope that helped. Travel's good. Okay. This is from Alex 5249. Are you not from New Zealand? Might as well say I am. I was born and raised in Texas. I spent most of my time across Texas, and I lived in LA, in Hollywood. I lived in San Francisco. I lived in Arizona. I lived in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. But I've been here for about 14 years. I'm a permanent resident, and I should have already applied for citizenship, really, but I might as well at this rate. Dual citizenship. But yeah, it's just easier to say I'm here. Also, FLC, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. Happy anniversary. I hope that you've been well, and thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate that. You've been everywhere? Not really. It doesn't feel like that's everywhere. Why did you move to New Zealand? I'm so sorry. Excuse me. That was rude. Well, let's see. At the time, I was in college, and I had first started talking to Troy, who is born and raised in New Zealand, and we ended up really liking each other, so he came to live with me in LA for a bit. But it was around the time, at a certain age, you can't be on your parents' insurance anymore. And I have a pre-existing condition, and the medication I was on was self-injections. I had to do 4 of them a month, and each of them were like $4,000 each without insurance. So I needed a job at like Blizzard or Riot in order to even have some sort of insurance, because lots of insurances won't cover you if you have a pre-existing condition. So I was getting to that age, and I was like, okay, so I'm either gonna stay here and I need to work my ass off to get into like Riot or Blizzard right off the back as a junior, which was not gonna happen, or I die, or I move to New Zealand. So I looked at Troy and I was like, do you want to go live in New Zealand? He was like, yep. So 2 weeks later we moved, and I've never looked back. But I was struggling a lot with my family at the time. It was a really, really difficult part of my life. So honestly, New Zealand is the fact that we moved here was kind of the best thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, I was quite lucky. Yes. Why would they cut you off? Because American healthcare system isn't really good for people with pre-existing conditions, especially conditions that are incurable diseases. Hee. So you have to make a lot of money, and I was a college student at the time. So I was not going to make a lot of money. I don't know if I can move in only 2 weeks. I didn't have a lot of stuff. Could have stopped at, it isn't very good. New Zealand loves you being here. Thank you. Yeah, back then especially, there was no protection for pre-existing conditions. Yeah. I was on the phone the other day and they asked me if I had a pre-existing condition. I said yes, and they hung up on me. I'm not surprised. Even travel insurance, travel insurance was hard because they're like, if you have a pre-existing condition, we can't provide you with travel insurance. Sorry. Yeah, that's why Fillion was like, please just move to America. What are you doing here in New Zealand? Like, you're too far away. Of course you're lonely. And I was like, there's so much more to it. It's not even worth trying to explain unless you're sick, I guess. It's just too hard. And I don't know. Am I allowed to say this? I don't know if I can come back to America anyway. Honestly, fucking hell be damned. I didn't do this. So, I have a hard time considering moving to America because when I was hospitalized, when they didn't know what I had. I was in the hospital for like 3 months. My dad used my signature on all of the hospital bills, which means it completely messed up my credit. So if I came back, I would be kind of screwed. I don't know how any of that works. I don't think I've ever said that on stream before, but here we are. I told the truth. Lots of family issues. So when people say you should just come back to America and live here, my heart sinks because I don't know if I can. And people are like, well, you just get a credit card and build up your credit. I'm like, well, where do you move? Because when I was in LA, I had to have my partner at the time sign the lease for me or the credit check because my credit was sunk. It was bad. I couldn't live anywhere without someone else's help because without good credit, especially if you have bad credit, they'll just slam the door in your face. So unless someone's willing to dunk their credit potentially and trust me, I don't have a place to live. So yeah. So it's like my credit and pre-existing condition. It's kind of a lot. I would love to be closer to you guys. I really would. I would love to travel and see more of you guys at conventions and be closer with my friends, but I'm kind of a hard case, unfortunately. Plus, I'm not there. Hi. Hi, Lindsay. Eee. Hi. Yes, that is a big, big contributor. Lindsay and Andrew and the kids are my family. I can't really, when I think about moving, I'm like, cool, I could be closer to friends, but I would be away from my family, which is a big thing that people always say, like, oh, my family's here. And I'm like, okay, well, my family's here. I work in hospital billing, so after so long, it goes to a creditor who buys the debt and they'll try to collect for a while, but eventually they'll forget about it. And I'm not sure if it'll continue affecting your credit. Oh, that stresses me out even thinking about it. Like, I don't know about you guys or how you were raised. I was never raised to understand taxes or credit or savings or finances. My dad was always in debt. Things got repoed. Like, my dad never liked to talk about money. So I don't really understand a lot of that world. It just, unfortunately, it's a kind of a harsh topic for me sometimes. I definitely struggle, not now, but I struggled with it in the past because I just didn't understand. I like Lindsay. I was taught nothing at all by my parents. Yeah, well, and also the education system in America doesn't help either. I can't do my taxes, but school taught me how to make a pillowcase. I don't know why that makes me want to cry. What the hell? Oh my god. I'll tell you a small story, short and sweet. The first time Troy and I went to an accountant about I Has Toys, and they were talking about, our company and where the taxes go and money, and he was writing all these numbers down. I was like, excuse me. I excused myself to go outside and cry because I was so overwhelmed by whatever language he was speaking. I did not understand. I hope so bad that schools are better at teaching their children about things like taxes and money and finances and saving. I don't know why. That is like the most crucial part. Fuck algebra. Dude, finances are so important. What about the ability to like buy properties and then put it in a portfolio so that we can survive without having to hyper focus on killing ourselves over a career? We'd be so good at that. Why don't we taught those things? Well, maybe not algebra. Oh, I was a high grifter. Hi, welcome back for 4 months. I hope you're doing well. Jesus, my school had a little bit of it, but it was like a side note to the main courses. Yeah, yep. We had in school a course called Life Skills. It was literally so devoid of all the things you would actually need in life. It's gotten worse. Okay. All right. Moving on. You guys are going to stress me out. Okay. Sorry. The question from Alex. Oh boy. We're like, this is, by the way, if you're just tuning in, today is like a major yap session. I wanted to do a community day where all we did was talk with each other, because usually I only talk for like an hour and then I play games. You guys wanted to submit questions and to just talk about it. So that's what we're in for today. Just a long kind of podcasty type vibe. Also Lionheart, welcome back for 6 months. You are awesome. You're awesome. And Swift, thank you for joining the community. I appreciate that very much. Welcome on in. Would you say hanging on to passions you've had since you were a kid would be a red flag to... I don't even need to finish the sentence. No. What? Unless your passion is like... The only thing my brain can come up with is like collecting cereal boxes. No. Trains, planes, and cars. No. If a woman sees that as a red flag, you don't need her in your life. Also, Killer, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Rec, thank you so much to continuing that sub. I appreciate it. I don't know, cereal boxes. I was trying to think of something that might make me not like someone. And I know if you collected cereal boxes, I don't care. I don't care at all. Oh, was it the ick list? There's like a weird ick list that's been going around for like years, and it's stupid. But no. Do you know someone who collects cereal boxes? No, I don't know anyone. I was just trying to think of something that was kind of wild. That's all I could think of. No, I think that's a very easy answer. Would be a red flag. No, because that means you make room for someone that doesn't see it as a red flag and is really passionate or supportive of your passions. Easy question. Yeah. Next question is from Caffeinet. Best advice for aspiring VTubers kind of caught in the limbo of no growth. I see this a lot and I always avoid answering. I almost wish people would ask this outside of VTubers. You need to go outside, Mama? Yeah, she's doing a spin. All right, go outside. Go outside, Tyr. Go on. And they want to go outside and then they sit in front of the door and I watch the wind blow their hair away like they're about to be blown away like a leaf. You wanted to go outside. You did the spin. Why'd you go outside to stare at me inside? I don't go pee. What? I hate this part. I hate when they do that. You wanted outside. Now it looks like you hate it. I'm not opening the door. Okay. Well. Yeah, Jax was right. I wish I had like an answer for you, but I have been streaming for 8 years. But then you have other people that stream for like a few months and the right thing goes viral and they double, triple their size. You know, I never wanted to say this, and for years I never admitted or wanted to admit that a lot of it is luck, but a lot of it is luck. A lot of it is brown nosing. A lot of it is ask Lorpin. A lot of it is following trends. And I just don't agree with any of that. If you want to grow, follow the trends. If you want to grow, collab with everyone. If you want to grow, my gosh, just do what everyone else is doing. But if you want to be your own person and, do things that you like, it is gonna be a long, arduous, frustrating journey of nothing. For a long, long, long time. I keep telling people this when I streamed sculpting. Dude, guys, I was streaming for like 10 people for years. And then when I started playing games, I was streaming for like 20 people for years. it wasn't until I was a VTuber that I was streaming for a few hundred, and then I just had to keep going. But when I started VTubing, I was editing all of my own videos. I was posting on YouTube. I was posting on TikTok. I was posting on Instagram. I was posting on Twitter. I was religious about social media and trying to filter all those things back into my Twitch until I had enough, financial means to have someone like Ghostifer help me, and then get I didn't get a manager till like this year. Would love to see you 3D stream 3D stuff again. I definitely am going to soon. Once I move my office out of this place back downstairs where my tablet is, I think I'm going to be getting back into art. And I think it's safe to say that will probably be longer streams. But at the same time, I haven't sculpted anything for years. And then I feel like I'm going to open it and be like, no, never mind. There's a high chance that might happen. But yeah, it is like starting a business. It's slow and it's gonna be long, and if you don't see any growth but you keep going, that's usually the right thing, you know? I would accept less exposure because at the core I want to stay true to myself. Absolutely. Guys, I gotta take a video of Tui and how pathetic she looks right now. I know that sounds horrible, but hang on. Why did you go outside then? Hold on, I'm gonna post this in Discord. Exclamation point Discord if you want to join. And you can see various posts that I make. She looks so silly. I'm not bringing you back in. It's Wimdy. Yeah. I think I've been through both routes, right? Where, and there's evidence of this. When I started VTubing, I thought you were supposed to be overindulgent in big boobs and lewd and talk about being a top and bottom and the dommy mommy and ara and flirting with your friends and saying you want to fucking make out with them. It was at my core was always weird to me. It never felt right, but I followed it because I wanted to grow. Did I grow? Sure. But I ended up being really confused with friendships. I don't mean that in any way beyond of like, I don't understand lots of... She's barking at the wind, bro. It's the wind. That's the wind, Bubba. Now she's barking at me. Yeah, I posted your photo online with you in the wind because you're silly. Do you guys hear that? Also, Tempest, welcome back for another month. I love 2 monthers, man. Yeah, it was just confusing because for me, I've never really treated my friends that way, and that's fine, and I respect different kind of ways people communicate with each other. But I think a lot of people could see I was kind of like faking it or like following trends, and I think that made things worse because I'd be like, "Hey, are we good? I know I was pretending and saying that we'd, like I'm a top and you're a bottom, but, sidebar here, are we good? Is it okay that I said that?" It was weird, it is weird. So if I can impart anything on online journey is to just be yourself, dude. And if you're on people that, you don't really vibe with in that way, then don't be friends with those people. You don't need to. They may be like double, triple your size and you want to be there, but you will be there on your own accord one day. I promise. I promise. I really like when the chatters can talk with the streamer. That's why I like streamers. When the chat isn't something like Vidal's chat, this chat is manageable and the streamer's really kind and good. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. This is so wholesome. I love it. I think this is the first time I've ever done this, by the way. I don't really do community submissions. I usually just turn on a game and scream and then go, goodbye. Goodbye now. Goodbye. So I appreciate that. I'm glad. Good. I hope my answers are okay. You can, Olivia did a think about dating. Cobnor, go back to the drawing board with that one. Go back to the drawing board. I really like how, in general, the attitude around trends in the VTuber sphere has changed. Yes, I will admit that the VTubing sphere has changed dramatically for the better. I think that it has allowed a lot of people to find their own tune to follow. And I'm glad, because do you remember when VTubing first popped off like 4 years ago, and people would come in and be like, "Can you ara?" And you can't say no, because if you say no, people are like, "She's a bitch," you know. But now you can go into people's VTuber streams knowing exactly what to expect per VTuber. Wait, that was 6 years ago? No, I have not. No. Chibidoki is the best example of success without bothering with trends. She's a wonderful example, actually. I'll be real, I thought the VTuber community was super weird before getting into Aethel, and then you because of that stuff. You and Aethel were the perfect gateway because that stuff was minimal by the time I joined in. RR was already dead. Oh gosh, me too. Also, Misery, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate that a lot. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, next question. You would like your name to be read on stream. Okay. Funky Kong asks, how do you get over having feelings for someone when they don't have feelings for you? If I'm pausing, it's not because I don't know how to answer. These questions are very important, so just give me a second to think. Also, if this is you that has asked this, don't read the chat right now. They're not helping. No. Shh. Don't look at the chat. Don't. Was a High Butler. I want to cry thinking about it. Oh my god. Oh gosh, it sounds like a lot of you guys are going through that. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. Do we need a group hug? Oh no. Oh, Funky is here. Okay. Also love it. Welcome on in. How do you get over having feelings for someone when they don't have feelings for you? I think my gut reaction, I want to say you don't. But in time, you do. I think everything just takes time, and God, I want to punch people in the face when they say that. I just want to punch them right in the nose. It's almost like anyone that says that doesn't get it, but it's like the main core answer I have. Just know that that person that doesn't have feelings for you they're not your person. I know this might be completely naive, but I do believe there is someone for everyone out there. And I don't know. I know there's some people that don't end up with anyone, or they end up with 5 people and nothing works out, but I still want to strongly believe that. So yeah, it's not about how you get over it. It's how do you move past it to find your person. I mean, there are a handful of things you could do. You can spend a lot of time with family and friends, pursue new passion, and if you really want to just find someone, you could try online dating. I tried Bumble for a little bit. That was kind of distracting, but it's hard because I don't have an answer for you, because the reality is it's gonna hurt. It's worse because she's lying and saying she still does. The tea, sis! Hold on, I gotta get tea. I gotta get some tea music. 1 second. Wait, can I do this? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Step on up. Step on up. Hold on. Let's talk about this. What happened? We look so pathetic. Come on in. Come on. Come inside. Come on. Both of you drive me crazy. And if I miss anything that Funky Kong says, can you pin it? What's going on? Oh, Katie's here. My advice is that you should accept that you can't make someone like you. Don't listen to people who say just keep trying, don't give up on them. You're doing a disservice to yourself. Time heals all wounds, and you will find a person who likes you eventually, and you will like them too. That time for you just isn't right now, and that's okay. Focus on yourself, the things that bring you joy, and keep bettering yourself as a person. People love people who love themselves, so put yourself first. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. That's solid. That's good. Wow, you want to come on in? I couldn't come up with that at all. That's good advice. Wow, okay, if you come in here to hump his head, you're leaving. Do you understand? You do this every time I bring you inside. I don't understand, Tui. Shoosh. Yeah, that was way better than anything I could come up with. My goodness, Katie, thank you for that one. I think that's always a... I think it's hard, and I will provide a different perspective. Is I've been in a situation before where I ended up falling out with someone. And here's my issue is that, you know, I've been on such a journey for like years and years and years to find a long-term partner, right? To get married to and have kids. And that makes me kind of, in a way, a bit crueler than usual, because if I find traits that might not work out, I will cut it off at the root. Like, hey, I really like you as a person, but I don't think that this is going to work out long term. I'm not looking to date. I'm not looking to I'm going to fool around. I'm not looking for that. So it makes it hard because, you know, for me, I want to be friends with that person, but the reality is that it must be really difficult for the other person on the receiving end who must have had really strong feelings for you. And in your case, you for them. I don't know the specifications of what you're going through, but overall, the entire situation is really hard. And the reality is sometimes when you've already liked someone and you've been close with them, maybe you just can't be friends with them for a long time until maybe one day you can. You said it in chat earlier. Can someone pin it? Oh, actually, let me click your name. It's the worst case. No, I'm reading your chat. I don't see anything about you saying in chat earlier. What did you say? Yeah, I pulled up chat history. I'm looking at it. It says, believe me, I have. The worst because she's lying and saying she still does. I said it in chat earlier. And then Layna Wub, hold on to your butts. It's easier to get over someone by not being around and talking to them. It sucks. God, it sucks on both ends, man. Like, I've been in a situation where they were like, yeah, we shouldn't talk anymore. And that fuck, it hurts both ways. But you know, if you really care about the person, you gotta let both people have respective space. Yeah, it's not an easy situation. So yeah. Maybe he used a block term. I don't know. I don't see anything else that they wrote. Yeah, distance and time, and exactly what Katie said. You're gonna find your person, and that person is not this person. And if it's too complicated, like, I don't know what the story is, Funky, but if it's too complicated, it really shouldn't be. When you're in love and someone loves you for exactly who you are, it's not complicated. And the only thing that gets complicated is the little bumps in the road when you're figuring each other's little quirks out. But initially, it should never be complicated. She was the L to my M. I don't know what that means, so we're moving on to the next question. Next question. Blue wallpaper. I like your name. Element. Oh, okay, I see. What's a hobby or activity you enjoy that you think more people should try? Writing. Writing. And gardening. Writing. So oftentimes, if I'm sad, I have like a million little books. Not books, but like journals. I have so many of them. And I have a lot of thoughts and I get really sad. I'll keep a journal right next to my nightstand, and then I'll keep one in my office and one in the kitchen. So if I have any thoughts, or I'm really sad, or I have an idea, or just a slew of information in my head, I just write it all down. And over time, that will really help. I wouldn't really classify that as a hobby, but it's helped me tremendously. A lot. And then it's kind of bled into creative aspects. Like, I don't think we would have nearly close to the new model we have now that I've been working on with Lindsay and Pace, were it not for me sitting down and writing down the lore for the character, right? And I really enjoyed that aspect of writing. I felt really connected and meaningful with this thing because I was able to learn how to create a world with my words. So I think writing can be quite valuable and a good skill set to grow. I do also really like plants. I think seeing and understanding when each of them needs water, watching them flourish and grow, learning that some of them bloom at night and some of them bloom once a year. It's just like a really cool growing process when you have little plants. Plants are great. I think I would highly advise each and every one of you in the chat to go out today or tomorrow and go find one plant that speaks to you and take care of it. Yeah. I don't like writing for some reason, but I'm always thinking about stories or self-inserts into whatever I'm into at the moment in my head. See, sometimes I wish that we could just put words on paper with our thoughts, because that means that you would be a good writer. If you're thinking about all these things and it's like a little bit of a skill set to put them, traversely putting it from mind to paper, but you're halfway there, you know? Is mayo a plant? No. A question, what if I get 0 sunlight? You can get certain lights that help your plants grow. Oh yeah, a little voice recorder is a great idea. We named him Toothpick. I love that name so much. Toothpick is the cutest name. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, next question. Name is Shut Up Figure. How do I make friendships and relationships that last for a long time? And if they don't, how can I keep things mutual? Oh my god. Okay, let me think on this one for just a second. You guys are coming up with some heavy hitters, huh? It kind of like makes my heart hurt a little bit. I'm processing. I think these questions are very important, so I don't want to just jump onto an answer because I think that would be silly. How do I make friendships and relationships last for a long time? Well, there's two answers for that, I think. Is one, sometimes you grow apart, and that's a part of life. Not every friendship and person you meet you'll have in your life for a long time, because the ones that do stay in your life for years and years and years were meant to be there. Not everyone is meant to be in your life for that long, and the reality is the people that stay in your life for that long you'll only be able to count on one hand. And how do you make them last? My opinion on lasting friendships might differ from everyone else because it's where you guys are in your life. But for me personally, also Vile Site, hi, welcome back for 35 months. Goodness, that is a long time. We are happy to have you a part of this community for so long, Vile. Welcome back. I think that true friendships are about not only growing together, but communication. I know, and I understand that so many friendships are surface, where all you want is to be positive, and you want to hang out, and you want to drink, and you want to go party, or maybe you get together to talk shit about other people. But friendships last because they're meaningful, and you are able to tell each other when and if you're hurting, and how to improve as people together. When you're able to communicate and you find friendships that you can communicate properly with, those people are probably going to stay in your life for a very, very long time. Because believe you me, there's going to come a point in time where you think that you have a lot of friends and you think they're friends with you, but there's going to come a time where maybe you don't agree on something, or they've done something to hurt your feelings. And the moment you reach the point where you need to tell them, that will be a clear indication if that person is going to stay in your life for much longer, depending on how they react. Now, if they take on and be understanding of how they have hurt you, etc., maybe that friend is going to stay for a while. But if they don't take on board what you're saying, that friend is not going to last in your life for a long time. The biggest indicator for a healthy friendship is communication. And again, I don't even mean about, hey, when are you coming over? When are we going to hang out? When are we going to stream together? When are we going to play games? Do you want to hang out in a voice chat? Like, no, that's all surface. It's about getting deeper under the surface. And that's going to determine a long-term friendship. Because you can say you have friends all you want, and you can hit them up in a Discord message, and that's fine. But there's got to be something deeper than that. So it's that feeling of when you're done work, or you're off the computer, and you're all alone, and you're by yourself, and you need help, or you're feeling sad. Ask yourself, who are the people that you can actually talk to that will listen and stick around even after you're kind of going through it. And if I've hit a nerve for some people, I do apologize, but that's kind of the reality that we live in, because a lot of us only understand living online, and it's something that I've been experiencing recently as well, of understanding what is a real friendship. And that made me understand that I really only have like 3 real friends that I would really truly call friends. I lose my group of friends for more than 10 years, and I still don't know why. Well, I mean, did you ask, and then were they incapable of communicating? Because that's an answer. Hey, mods or ghosts, someone, can we get rid of the there? Because every time people type there, there's the people, and it confuses me every time. Yes, so I do agree. There are different levels of friendship, but this question is, How do I make relationships and friendships last for a long time? So hi, Ghostifer. Hi, welcome back, bud. I think Ghost is a kind of a good example. Sorry, bud. I'm gonna throw you under the bus real quick. And you can also throw me under the bus. I don't mind being vulnerable here, but when Ghost and I first started working together, I was still kind of naive and understanding the business friendship relationship. And him and I wouldn't say fight, but we got into disagreements a few times, but we communicated through it. And now I can solidly say I don't think I've ever really brought up anything anymore with Ghost work wise, and I've slowly become a little bit better at talking about like feelings and things that I'm going through, because I trust Ghost after all of the communications that we've gone through. We had our spats, but we grew it as a result. Exactly. And I think those are really important. We can't delete 17 TV emotes. I thought Ghost could, because I added him as an editor, and Blair. The Ghost would have to do it. But yeah, that's important. But yeah, of course, you know, you can go into talking about different levels and categorizing friends, but we're talking about really long-term healthy friendships. I lost a friend group of 20 years because I came out. Yeah, no, they were not your friends. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. I had someone that I thought I was really, really close with, and I had been very forward about why I was gone for a while and what I was going through, and our friendship has never been the same. And it's really sad. It feels like I'm grieving. It feels like a loss. But it is what it is. Sometimes people aren't meant to be in your life in that way. But that doesn't mean it won't hurt. Also, Goose God, welcome back for 17 months. I lost a lot of friends because I stopped drinking. I've seen that happen before. And again, you're better off for it. Also, Gamer Guy, thank you. Grieving friend breakups is a very real and valid thing. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm definitely learning that. Also, thank you, Ghostifer. I went years after high school with my best friend before I finally realized I was the butt of every joke and kind of only ever hit up when they wanted something, so I finally ended up dropping them. Dude, good for you, man. That takes so much courage and patience. But I bet that freaking hurt. Good for you, man. Yeah, if we can get rid of wear as well, that would be great. I find it interesting. A lot of people tend to focus on relationship stuff for advice, but friendships are just as important, if not more. I completely agree. I think the relationships where you can have disputes, or whether you want to call them and still work through them and come out the other side with better understanding of each other, are the strongest kinds. Dude, 100%. 100%. But the reality is you need to understand that if you have a lot of online friendships, 9 out of 10 of them will not want to do that. I wish I knew why. I want to ask, well, why not? Why can't we spat it out? Why can't we talk about things that are difficult so that we can get on the other end and be fine and understand our boundaries? But no, it's much different online. But that makes the people that do stick around and do that with you more valuable. Hi, Mint. Hi. I'm very proud of Mint. Can we get a shout out? Mint's first meet and greet was before mine, and it was my first meet and greet after hers, and we were both very, very nervous this morning. Also, Rendark, welcome back for 37 months. Heavy topics today. 10 out of 15 years ago, I used to have a big friend circle of almost 20 people, and now in my 30s, there are only 3 good friends left. Yeah. I am going through the exact same thing. I think in your 20s, everyone is in that mode of everyone's friends with each other and you're going to be friends for life. And, oh, Thinly! Why are you not VIP'd? Hi. I think can we like okay is hard as well. I think it's okay to pare down and extra curate your social circles as you enter your 30s. So that's also super important. As you get older, you realize that no, not everyone is your friend and you're not all of their friends. And that's a hard pill to swallow, but I need to remember everyone that is friends with each other right now in their like early 20s, no, they are probably not going to be friends when they're in their early 30s. I need to wake up and realize everyone is in a different part of their life right now, and I am so far beyond, not beyond, that's not what I meant. So like on a different path, bro, like way different path. Like I am old, I'm not young, and I am not in that mental state of and I shouldn't be where everyone's friends with each other forever, because it's just not how it is. We also have to remember growing up, we were able to maintain friends because we were in closed space every day. Yes, and as an adult, everyone just kind of drifts. Yep. I think nerds like me and everybody here extra struggle with that kind of thing. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. I think that I'm in a stage of my life where I like to communicate. If something feels wrong, I like to communicate that. I'm like, hey, do you want to open a dialogue together? Have I done something? Do you want to discuss it? Or I'll be apologetic, or hey, I realize I said this thing. I would like to fix that. Or because there's that communication, I have pushed a lot of people away. And I will admit that. I'll be the first to admit that. But whether it be being neurodivergent or the fact that I am in my early mid 30s and I just don't have the fucking time anymore to guess, that just, that might weird people out, because if you're in your early 20s or mid 20s and you're not in that stage in your life where you want to be able to take the time for an online friendship to communicate that, I need to be okay with that. Like I've passed all of that being nervous about talking about hard topics. I'm like, I get through it quickly. You know what I mean? Oh, we're not good. Okay, why are we not good? What happened? When did it start? Okay, can we fix it? Cool. Well, thank you so much for talking to me about it. Let's do better in the future. You know what I mean? But the majority of people, 9 out of 10, don't want that, and it will freak people out. And just that's kind of, if I can push that on people to just be more aware that everyone grows at different paces. This one, seeing it written out, helped a lot. Still fall for them sometimes because I'm still a nerd, but it's better now. 5 geek social fallacies. Wait, I want to click this. Hold on, I have this up, Mint. Have you ever read that old article about 5 geek social fallacies that accurately describes basically every issue nerd groups fall into? Ooh, can I read this, chat? Yeah, I kind of wish all VTubers were in their 30s. I really do. I think that this would be a different space if that was the case. Yeah, I learned through the pandemic that my friends from work are not real friends. Yes, ding, 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 just work friends. And once I stopped actively trying to stay close to them, they would just not be there. Yep. And boy, does that reality sucks. I'll be the first to admit that. Let's see these 5 geek social fallacies. Boy, this is kind of long. Ostracizers are evil. Many geeks have had horrible, humiliating, and formative experiences with ostracism, and the notion of being on the other side of the transaction is repugnant to them. Mint, break this down for me. These are very smart words being happening in paper on my eyeballs. The bullied easily become the bullies. Okay. I see. Ah, okay, because if you're ostracized, they become the mean ones. It's okay to exclude people if they treat you poorly and act shitty. You don't have to be tolerant to a fault. Okay, yeah, honestly, I admit, this was definitely one of my downfalls in the beginning of VTubing. I took on a lot of bullshit because I wanted everyone to like me. And then when things were bad and people were mean to me, I kept it to myself. And then when I tried to reach out to other friends being like, hey, this thing happened, it was pretty bad, they were just like, yeah, and? So, mint, I definitely fall for it all the time still. Yeah, it's not great. Friends accept me as I am. After being victimized by social exclusion, many geeks experience their tribe as a non-judgmental haven where they can take refuge from the cruel world outside. Yo! Yes! Mint, yes! That's why I created the little oomphy group. Hell yeah. Friendship before all. Valuing friendships is fine and a worthy thing. When taken to an unhealthy extreme, however, this can manifest itself. Okay. In this case, the carrier believes that any failure by a friend to put the interests of the friendship above all else means that they aren't really a friend at all. It should be obvious that there are a million ways that this can be a problem for the carrier's friends, but the most common one is the situation where friends' interests conflict. Oh. I see. This is very common. If you guys want to read it in the future, here you go. Tui, I'm not throwing your bowl. You're so cute. She keeps on putting the bowl by my feet, dude. Friendship is transitive. Friends do everything together. Interactions, consequences. What can I do? Are you talking about me? This is a good article, Mint. Very good article. Goodness gracious. That hits right at the core. I'm gonna be real with you. Ah. It's hard to want to not be parasocial, but wanting to just send a streamer a message in the hard times they are experiencing and just say, hey, are you doing okay? And letting them know it isn't nefarious or secretly a trap. Or, you know, it's hard because I actually, someone asked me about parasocialism the other day, and I haven't really experienced anything too bad. If someone messages me, I don't really, 9 times out of 10, don't take it as rude or cruel in any way. I just wish I had more of the mental time to respond to everyone. I mean, even like Bree and Ghost have sent me some really beautifully kind things, and my brain goes, oh, I can't, you know. You're going outside. I'm so sorry. I love you. Outside. Yeah, now go blow in the wind. Wait. Okay. Next question. Papa Mutt, how come that you sound very familiar? Why? Hi, Papa Mutt. Nice to meet you. I feel like that name sounds familiar. Like I've said it before a lot. We've met at TwitchCon? Okay, that might be it. Hi, it's nice to see you again. Hello, can we get a shout for Papa Mutt? I knew it. I knew it. Bah. Hi. Yeah, you only have so many neurons in the day to spare. Oh gosh, and I just blah. I wish I did, and it sucks because oftentimes you feel lonely and people do reach out, and it's like this weird imbalance. Shikai, hi! Oh my goodness, I really like Shikai. You are just so sweet across the board. Every interaction I've ever seen you have with anyone is so sweet and so kind. Please go follow Shikai as well. And if I'm mispronouncing your name, please let me know. Apparently I was saying Demi's name wrong. Demi? I kept on saying Dime. I'm really ashamed of that. Hi. Oh, and Camila, Demi, Shikai, Papa Mutt. I got it. Demi. She never corrected me, okay? All right. So we read this one. The next one is Final Dragon. You can call me Shek. Heck yeah, I like that name. Shek. Shek has a... Oh, I didn't even see that you were responding to someone. I thought you just said your mom randomly in chat, and I was like, whoa. Okay. All right, coming on strong. So the next question is Final Dragoon. I wish I knew what type of advice to ask for, but honestly, I'm tired. I'm tired of thinking things will get better when they don't, and I'm tired of not getting the help I either want or need. I want to keep going, but I'm simply too tired. What do I do? Immediately, my brain says to just completely step away. Also, thank you, Ryan, from the computer. I'm going to admit, because I mean, I've already posted on Twitter those voice messages, but I hit this point about a month ago in my life, and I was struggling really hard, really hard. I was going to therapy twice a week for like 2-hour sessions. I was doing EMDR. I was doing everything I possibly could to figure out how to not feel this way. So when you do feel this way, the very least I can say is you got it. Just get off social media, take a break, tell your friends you're going to step away. Maybe if you have family or friends that you can go stay with, I would advise to maybe not even stay at your own place. If that is an option, just do something completely opposite, man. You just got to disconnect. Go live in the woods for a little bit. Like, yes, it is. I hate admitting it, but it's almost like we live in two worlds. There's the online world and the real world, and it is so easy to get lost in it and to feel so small and so insignificant and hated by many when you just live online. Survive out of spite. Yep. Yeah. Also, T-Blazing, welcome back for 33 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Sorry for being late. I'm driving and listening to you. I'm lucky enough to still have my best friend from junior high. I'm almost 40. But I will say it was hard being friends with one of the popular jocks, especially considering I was definitely not popular. I also have 2 great friends who I met online. See, that's 3. I'm telling you guys, when you get older, you'll see who stays and who doesn't. It's weird walking into some random ASMR girlfriend stream. What? Me? If you're talking about me, that I don't feel like that's this at all. What? What? Whomst? It's way weirder with streamers because their social lives are wrapped up very tightly with work lives in a new way that nobody knows how to navigate. God, Mint, it's like you're in my brain. You are in my brain, Mint. Dog in my 30s, and yeah, weirdly, real life friends have stuck with me now more than my 20s. Yes, it's hard because my expectations and my understanding for friendships is completely different than what like maybe a 22, 23, 24-year-old would expect, right? And I think that because very with kind and good intentions, I think that puts pressure and frustration on those guys because they're not in that place in their life yet to maybe go through the rigmarole of finding and understanding true friendships. And I'm not saying that you guys in that age don't have true friendships. I guarantee you that you do. It's just a lot of things happen from your 20s onto your 30s, right? So when you get there, your expectations, your skill sets, your life experiences, your expectations, they're all different. My expectations for friendships nowadays is like, just talk to me. Oh my God, yes! Sorry, I'm so sorry. It makes me want to yell. I just get so frustrated. My circle has shrunk significantly. Yeah, Papa, I'm friendship mourning right now. My friend circle has... Because anytime I want to communicate, people are like, don't talk to me anymore. You give me anxiety. And I in turn go to my therapist and be like, should I hate myself? Like, is there something wrong with me? That's like the biggest learning curve that I'm experiencing right now. We live in an incredibly hyper-modern life that nobody knows how to handle. Everyone needs to be given grace sometimes, and everyone needs to give grace themselves. So that's one thing. I don't know how to give grace to myself right now. But I wish that content creators specifically would give grace to other people, and I'm begging. Unless we had ill intent in our heart, or to be racist, or I don't know, homophobic, just overall cruel people, if we're not doing that and we're genuinely just, maybe we give you weird vibes because all we want to do is talk or communicate, or we were anxious, I feel like that should be given grace. Even a little bit. Or if you think that they've done something wrong, talk to them, man. Talk. Communication is so important. Anxiety, hello. Dude, like, hello? I don't know how many times I have to tell people I'm just an anxious little being, but I'm trying my best. But I have never in my entire life met so many people that refused to communicate, and they prefer to live their life in ignorance and cruelty because they just rather not deal with someone that is anxious and misunderstood. It blows my mind. Content creation is so hard to navigate, especially with so many different ages across the board interacting with each other from different places in the world. Layna just DMs me when I'm asleep, so I never communicate. That happened last night. I was like kind of wrapping up before I went to bed, and I was like, I'm gonna message my friends saying how they're doing, and then I went to bed. So true. Communication is the most important thing. And I mean it when I say that. I mean it. And giving grace to yourself and other people. Benefit of the doubt as well, dude. It is. Here's the thing, and I don't want to like dive into this too much, but I for those guys who are listening that are fellow creators in the chat, it is so easy to spread false narratives when you're not liked. It's easy. All of us go to conventions now. You just put a drink in your mouth and you say something that isn't true because you're upset because someone rubbed you the wrong way, but you said it to someone else, and that person says it to someone else, and that person says it to someone else. And then before you know it, you're isolating someone from an entire group. For what? And that's so difficult. And things that I think people Chewy, if you want to go out one more time, I swear, miss, come on. She's been doing this thing the entire stream where she'll spin in circles to want to be let out, and then she'll sit outside the door and look at me with the saddest of eyes while the wind blows in her hair. She's been doing this all day. Hearing you vocalize a lot of things that I believe in as an autistic person who has faced a loop of social trauma, I can't help but tear up, being so happy to hear this being said. I am glad. I mean, it's a main reason why I really wanted to go get tested, because I'm like, okay, maybe it is me. I mean, and it's okay if it is me. Hi, Blair. It's okay, but I can't tell if it makes me angrier at myself or if it makes me angry at other people for not being patient with maybe that I'm different. And the thing is, you shouldn't have to allot more patience just because someone's different. You should allot more patience because you want to be a kind, caring person. And I know that all of us have our own boundaries, our own social cap. But if someone's coming to you with good intentions and doesn't want to fight and doesn't want things to be bad, why would... well, I don't know. Why would you want to be mean in return if someone's trying to communicate? I've watched people who I thought were very inclusive clown on people who don't get social cues or might be autistic. Like, why? I'm not for that. I'm not for that at all. The thing is, just like have a little empathy for others, patience, kindness. I agree. And even if you maybe tick someone off by maybe saying the wrong thing or saying the wrong thing too many times, I don't know, just a little bit of grace, dude. I think what I wish is that even if you don't want to communicate, say your boundaries are crossed and you're capped, right? And that's fine. Everyone's human. try not to sabotage that person in the community just because you had a falling out and you didn't like someone. Does that make sense? It is so easy to sabotage someone's entire life and livelihood and mental state and emotional state just because you didn't want to communicate anymore and you decided to tell the whole world. The reason why I'm so strong on this is that, boy, howdy, and you guys know because you've witnessed it, Fillion has really rubbed me the wrong way sometimes, but in the most meaningful and kind way. She didn't do anything purposeful, but it's because we're so different and we communicate differently. But, bro, you still gotta be a good person and realize that you're so different. You gotta be patient with each other. And that's what makes good friendships. That's why I love her, and I will dude, always be there for her as long as we're both growing to be better and be patient with each other. You know what? You didn't see what she did last night after you logged off. What, she like almost burned her apartment down? I can't express how much easier life in general would be if everyone was willing to give people an ounce of accommodation. They're so quick to judge or hurt because of something relatively minor. That's also what I've learned being a content creator. That kind of has been a lot of the grieving process. I have learned, and I don't know if it's because, I don't know, people maybe have thin skin. I don't know what it is. It is very, very easy in the online sphere to have something so minor be taken way too far. And that's scary. You're preaching insane ideas into the VTubing space. I know, and I think that's why a lot of people don't really get on with me very well. But all I can say in my brain is I hope that one day when they get to their mid-30s that maybe they'll look back and be like, maybe Layna wasn't crazy. I don't know, but that'll be like 10 years. When people live their whole lives online, really small dramas seem huge. Yeah, totally. I think that's the downside too, that I need to realize that a lot of people that I've started into content creation haven't had a lot of past life experience yet. So small things do feel big to them, and that's okay too. And I need to be understanding and patient about that. In case of being online 24/7, something as simple as I think Layna is mean to me sometimes, or something can be absolutely blown out of the water. Yep. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. And then someone will easily be like, I don't want to associate with that person anymore. And you're like really walking a fine line with that new person that was told this information. And then they just cut you off. And this is, I think, one of the most difficult communities I've ever had to navigate in my entire life. Past life experience is why I find myself drifting towards older creators. I've lived 10 lives already, and I want to talk with people who have walked that same path. I completely agree. And if they'll have me, then we'll make good friends. That's why I really like Blair, and I've gotten to know Mint lately, and Grimmy, and Nayo, Eros. Papa, you seem really cool. You seem like you're speaking a lot of the same language, frankly. Finley has been a really, really good friend. I don't know. I keep on seeing things like you kind of need to... Your current life needs to die out in order to enjoy your new life. And I think I'm in between that right now. No, dogs on the internet are very cool. Yeah, compassion is hard to come by online, but I get it. Yeah, Snooki, you're absolutely right. But anyway, all of this was attributed to the question of, I'm tired. And I understand. And I've been there, and I was there last month. And I think that you're going to be okay, but just take some time away from everyone and everything. Mm. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. All right. From Silky. A suggestion for places to buy cool accessories for outfits. I usually can find neat main parts for an outfit, but all the other stuff that ties it together is so much harder. That's tough for me. I live in New Zealand. So yeah, thrift stores. Thrift stores, man. Also, fetus. Welcome on in. God, I don't know. I feel like someone's talking about me because the tip of my nose is. This happened yesterday, where the tip of your nose itches, but you can never get the itch off. Maybe I am tipping my middle-aged white lady card too hard. Forever 21 and Zara. American Eagle. Your age is showing. Help! Help! Yeah, girl, go get yourself a coffee and go into some thrift stores. Okay, that's true, Yidi. Someone make my nose stop itching. Thrift stores, my friend. And if not, your favorite simple dinners to make as comfort food. Sorry, that's my voodoo doll. I'm tickling. Stop it! I really need you to stop. I can't. And then I've got 3 piercings in my nose, which I've downgraded to be very teeny tiny. So they're polite piercings. I like to call them polite piercings. So my nose is itchy. It makes it even worse. My comfort food. I'm deceased. Listen. I like to make homemade sticky rice and baked salmon and scrambled eggs. That's my go-to comfort food because it's easy to digest, it's easy on my tummy, and it's simple. Yeah, that's my comfort food. I used to eat chicken nuggets a lot, like the ones you put in the oven, but they made my tummy hurt, so no longer a comfort food. Do you ever do congee? What is that? What's that? What's that mean? Did I read that wrong? Congee. Congee. Rice soup. Oh, yeah, sometimes I really like making soup and then putting like sticky rice in it. So it's just like a kind of a sticky, it's almost like a curry sometimes, depending on how much soup, or it's more soupy and there's rice chunks in it. Yeah, yes. If I want something warm and to fill me up and feel good in my tummy, that's always a solid choice. Yeah. Yes. Good shout. So we have Siege here. Siege is a regular here. Helped me through the back rooms yesterday. Can I be real and main right now? Cooking a stew old... Yes! I also thought you said cottage cheese core, but it's cottage core. I misread that and I thought that was so funny. I cannot throw your ball right now. I cannot. I love you. You're so cute. No ball. She's looking at me like I've betrayed her. She'll pick up the ball and she's sitting next to me looking straight up and then looks at the ball and then looks at me. I cannot. My trainer last year taught me about slow cookers. Oh gosh, those are, slow cookers are great. Love slow cookers. I love being able to smell just a delicious smell throughout the whole day while something's cooking. It's honestly such feel-good vibes. Siege asks, do you have any rituals or important objects that mean a lot to you? Like mementos or habits that help you quiet your mind or remind you of important lessons? And would you care to share an example or two, excluding anything strictly private, of course? I think trinkets are important to invest a lot of thought and memory into. Also, what the heck is a lavender air fryer? What is that? Just like the color of an air fryer? Are there any rituals or important objects that mean a lot to you? I have a few, I think. I just had to kind of think on it for a second. I have a few. So that's separate. So the ritual question is separate from objects. I keep a few things here and there. So for instance, Molly Mishi handmade me this keychain that's on my keys. And every time I leave the house, I see it. And every time I come back in the house and I open the door, I see it. And it's like this little, it's always a positive reminder of that memory. And that's always nice. So when I come home and I leave, there's a nice memory, right? Lindsay got me this like ugly doll, but it's like on this little keychain. And I keep him right next to my tomato plushie on my desk. And those are like the closest people in my life, Lindsay and Tomato, and I keep them on my desk and I look at them before I go live, and I ask my little trinkets to give me a bit of positive energy before I go live. So they're always right there. I don't have anything else on my desk, just those two guys. I now have something new. I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted to share this with you guys. And I did get her permission. She said it was up to me if I ever wanted to tell you. So when Fillion was here, we went out and she just oh god, I'm gonna very nutshell this experience. She just walked into a jewelry store, like one of those jewelry stores that you never even look at because your ass will never. You don't need to buy anything in there. No. Your wallet would scream, don't go in there. You don't need to go in there, right? Okay. Also, rip ad watchers. I feel like I should wait to tell this story until everyone's back. Oh my god, my nose. Stop. Bleh. I'll wait. Fillion proposed to me. Might as well. Also, Unlovely Dead, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate it. I hope that you've been well. Thank you. I have a bunny and a dog plush to accompany while I do anything at my computer. Yeah, same for my two little plushies. I'm on pins and needles. I just want to be sure. Okay. We got like 30 more seconds. Hi. Hey, thanks for being here. This is the first time I've done like community questions and stuff like that. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today and being open-minded to just kind of talking the talk. Yeah, my hound dogs stay in my room during stream. They support me while I go, oh, that's so cute. And it sounds like you've got multiple. I also have two dogs. They kind of drive me crazy though. They are definitely not as calm as I would imagine hound dogs are. Or maybe they're not, but I have some potentially bad news for you. When I typed into my search engine, your Twitch link was the first thing that... Ooh, okay. Yeah, maybe. Okay, anyway. Victim, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the community. I appreciate it. Also, don't know why my tongue keeps popping out. That's very weird. Oh, yeah. Dude, Papa, after this, I gotta tell you my dog story from last night that I told this morning. But okay, so Fillion just like waltzed her whole self into this expensive jewelry store and was like, I want this and this. And I was like, damn girl, slay. Okay, do your thing. Awesome. Very cool. Like, proud of you. Get that bag. Very awesome. Like, I was so blown away at how confident she was, because I know, you know, a few months back, she took a trip and she didn't have any jewelry and she didn't even know what kind of jewelry to get. She's very new to kind of like doing girly things. And it was her and I having a memory and experience together of like, oh, should she wear this? Does she look good in gold? Does she look good in silver? And it was, yeah, very demure, very, very polite, very classy. So she got herself something and I was like, oh, wow, this is really pretty. I was just looking. That's it. I was just looking. And it was this really cool, it looked like a Lord of the Rings ring, like the shape of it was insane. Let me remind you, we are in one of those jewelry stores that you get for like weddings, like engagement rings and stuff like that. And she was like, try it on. I looked at her and I was like, No, thank you. With the straightest face, not even like a, no, I couldn't. No, it was literally like, no, I'm not doing that. Because it was so much pressure and so like in a place where I felt like I didn't belong. And I was not about to touch anything, you know what I mean? Thanks for the meet and greet at San Japan. It was great. Thank you so much. No, and you didn't have any stupid questions at all. Thank you so much for taking the time to come meet me at San Japan. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and it was lovely to meet you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you. So the two ladies working there were like, no, try it on. And I was like, no. I looked at two of the ladies and Fillion and the most mom face I could give. And I was like, no. And so Fillion was like, just pull it out. And so she pulls out the ring. She puts it on my finger. And Fillion was like, we'll get it. And at first I'm thinking, oh, she's buying it for herself. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she was like, no, it's for you. And I was like, no. And I was like visibly mildly, not upset, but like kind of, because it felt like in my brain also, hi, Nemu. Hi! Nemu is also a very, very good example of someone that is super kind. And I feel like I could like tell you anything. I've never had to ask Nemu if we're okay. Therefore, we are really good. I need to talk to Nemu more. I say that every time she comes in here, dude. Nemu has like shared so many wonderful, precious like moments of her life with me, and I will always appreciate that. So she gets this ring, and I feel in my mind I'm like, Fillion, and I say this. Also, Kavix, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you so much. Welcome, you guys. I was like, Fillion, what if we fight? What if we hate each other? What if we never want to be friends again? She was like, that's fine. I was like, Fillion, you don't understand. Like, it feels like a lot of pressure when someone buys anything of that caliber. And I kind of like, I don't know, like my love language in receiving things, I don't understand that very much. And I think this is her love language. And so end of story in a nervous way is she bought me a ring, and I have never taken it off, and I feel for me it is quite representative of a good memory together here and being friends with someone that both of us have put a lot of effort and patience into each other. So it's a reminder that someone out there does exist that is totally different from you and sometimes can be a little bit difficult, but loves you no matter what and will keep being your friend even if you do dumb shit. And I mean me, I'm talking about me, that I do dumb shit and I'm emotional, but she still loves and appreciates me. So that's also my little trinket is this ring that she got me. So also Arctic, welcome back for 6 months. Yeah, I'm very bad at receiving gifts. I almost don't want them. I don't want them at all. It feels like pressure. But I think that's the way she does things and is what I was learning. So, yeah. So, I think I had one moment I can remember when I put on that ring and I looked in the mirror and I held it up to my chest and I smiled, and I think she saw that and she was like, there it is. Yeah, that does seem like a Fillion thing, trying to show how much she cares. Fillion is a very non-emotional person whatsoever. So I think this was like a window into her way of communicating, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that was, but I didn't want to say that while she was here. I didn't want to say that while we were in IRL streams because I'm not trying to make like a thing of it. But yeah, this question was the trinkets, and this is something I wear every day now as a reminder of please keep being patient with people. And that's a reminder to myself. Fillion is a very unique individual, and she's aware. But as long as she's patient with me, I will be patient with her in return. And that's what this makes me think of. Yeah. So let's talk rituals. Do I have any rituals? I What about you, chat? How many of you guys have rituals? What do you guys do? Tell me all about it. Oh my god, my nose is so freaking itchy. Where to start? I don't know if I have any. I know I've got my trinkets and I can count that one hand. I've got the froggy from Molly Mishy. I've got a tomato plushie and this like little ugly doll from Lindsay and my ring. Those are 4 things, I think, unless I can't count. Yeah, 4. I sleep rituals. Slow mornings, me too. My whole life of rituals. I need to get a desk stop. What is a desk stop? Slot. Desk slot. What's a desk slot? I don't know what language you're speaking. The coveted desk spot. I don't. What? What are you saying? Oh. I'll fight Fillion for Layna's hand in marriage. No, yeah, that's not the right person you gotta fight, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to. Why is it itching? Stop. I need to get the desk dog. Everyone ignore Blair for a second. I think she's having a minute. Jack, so what's your morning ritual? If I had to think, what do I do when I wake up and I go to bed? When I go to bed, I've been making these little drinks. It's called Moody. I just got them recently, and they're actually local to New Zealand. And they've kind of been helping me sleep. They've got like mushrooms and stuff in it. It's crazy. It's the flavor is hot chocolate. And I'll make one of those before bed and I'll drink it. And I like to watch a little TV because it's my only me time. I'll watch like TV in my bed and then I'll fall asleep. The ritualistic sacrifice of chat member is too free. Gotta pick something else. Blair's trying to say she wants to earn a spot amongst your desk trinkets. Then let's get something for us that we both have. Layna, the Moody prebiotic is so good. I'm drinking that right now. We got, Lindsay and I both got these pre-probiotic drinks from Moody, and we drink it. I don't know how often she drinks it, but I drink at least 2 a day. My tummy's never been so regulated. Guys, you guys ever just have like a really... You guys ever just have like a really good bowel movement and it makes the whole rest of your day really good? You know what I mean? And you're like, wow, I'm really healthy. And I don't know if that's just me because I've got ulcerative colitis, but you're just like, wow, I'm healthy. That's it. I'm never saying that again. I don't think I ever said it on stream before. Oh my God. Just you see things. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes, Papa. Yeah. Yeah, so I'd say my ritual right now is probably a Moody. These drinks, they're like pre-probiotic drinks and then a sleepy drink. I have a ritual. I have a wake-up ritual. I don't know if you guys want to hear that though. That's too sappy. Every time when I go live, I close my eyes in front of my screen and I clasp my hands and I don't know if that's like I wouldn't say a prayer because I'm not religious. I guess I just say it to the universe. And I hope really badly, I hope badly, but in a good way, that the stream goes well and that everything will be okay. I do that every time when my stream goes live, without fail. Because I feel like if I don't, then I'm like taking advantage of everyone's goodwill or something like that. I don't know. It feels weird if I'm not thankful before the stream starts, I guess. I don't know. That's dumb, but that's basically magic. Gosh. I always, when I put on my headset, I always tap the left ear twice and then the right ear twice, and the taps are fast and each rapid double taps. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. The second I wake up, I will try to send my partner a voice message, good morning. And it's the first thing I do the moment I open my eyes is listen to theirs. And then I take Tui outside and then I go get coffee and I throw the ball. I always throw the ball in the morning while I'm sipping coffee, and I look out into the view, and then I get ready for stream. That's so wholesome, it hurts me. Listen, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. That's such a mood. I do the same with my partner. Make sure she gets up, take care of the dogs, make sure she gets off to work. Okay. Oh my gosh, that sounds so healthy. That sounds so healthy. I got mildly yelled at because they were like, no text messages. It's gotta be a voice message. And that in itself was very, very sweet and very kind. I don't know why. I'm just very I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. Not that I want to like sleep in. I just like, I don't perceive me, don't look at me, don't listen to me. I feel like I am the ugliest like little gremlin alive in the morning. Like just just pretend I don't exist until like later or something. So been married for 10 years. No wonder you sound so well adjusted. Oh my gosh. Blair here is married as well, happily married. I think married people and people with kids have a different air about them. And I've said this a lot. I am friends, I think most if not all my IRL friends are mothers. All of them. I get on well the most with mothers. My best friend has 2 kids and a husband. My trainer has 2 kids and a husband. And my other friend has a daughter and a husband, and I get along with all of them. I just like moms. Moms are great. And then there's Molly. Molly's my cute little like friend. And I will protect her at all costs. Her heart rate goes up to like 140 when you say hey. She's great. Goodness, Molly. Yeah, Molly's the like my little sister, little kid friend. Yeah, she it's because she's got so much love in her heart. She just gets little nerves. She's great. Oh yeah, so rituals. That's pretty much my morning ritual. And I like to sit in my showers. Do you guys stand or sit when you're taking a shower? I feel like the showers are the only place in my entire life, in my entire day, that I can be completely unaffected by anything else around me, and I get to just silently think. Also, Anon, thank you so much for gifting those subs. I appreciate it. Also, dolls, that's fine. Stand. I like to float. Okay. Stand. Sit down. Sounds like my kind of girl. Nervous, shaky. No, I sit down, and this is weird. The shower bottles are less convinced by my arguments if I sit. You're so silly. Did you make a new shitchin in you know, since moving? Like, I hope you did. I think there's like this moment in the shower that I kind of like. I have to brace myself for putting my back on the shower wall because it's glass and it's always cold. But I feel like that moment's really important. Is that weird? It's like the... That's a little ritual, I would say. Nemu, why did you have a shitchin at all, by the way? Can you enlighten us on that? I don't remember if I ever asked that. First ever Twitch donor. Chat, can we fly Layna to the US to fix Fillian's home? Nope, not my problem. Not my problem. She can't go one day without chaos, bro. The one day that I'm not there, almost her entire apartment's on fire. I was there for that stream, by the way. That was really fucking funny. But I was a little bit nervous. I didn't really have a kitchen access and needed to eat healthy because the only thing around was migombo. What is that? What's magombo? Is this a D's nuts joke? Hi, Pure Fire. That is 100 months, dude. I don't think I've seen anyone resubscribe for 100 months. How many years is that? 100. I've never seen that before either. How many years is it? 8 years? Well, thank you, Pharaoh. Wow. 8.3 years. Guys, I have been making content for over 8 years. Golly. Huh. How's everyone doing? We're actually having a really good day today, Purefire. What about you, chat? It's hard to say that I've been here for a while because I've only been VTubing for... Is it 4 years now? 3? I don't know. You're in for another 8. Yeah, I say this now and I could change when I get there. But I think I want to keep making content when I have kids. But it's hard to say because I used to follow Martia a lot, which is Felix's wife. When she got pregnant, she disappeared from social media. So I say that now, but I don't know. I think if I had a partner that was able to take care of me, but I was able to contribute financially quietly, I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of on the verge of like, if I could escape online completely and just put all of my life and effort into my partner and the kids, and everyone was still happy, I think maybe I would take that because being online sucks ass. It sucks ass. Like I don't know. I don't want to be involved with anyone by the time I have kids. It's too tough, and I feel like my husband would be my number one, and then my child would be my number one. And if anyone brought any dumb shit to my doorstep, I would be a reign of terror, I think. So I don't know. I guess we'll see when I get pregnant. We'll see. What about Victoria and Dylan? Those guys are awesome. We'll see. We'll see. I want a stress-free pregnancy and content, not my community, but content creation and content creators stress me out. If there's a better opportunity, it's an easy take. I'm kind of leaning on that. Oh, that's a good ritual, by the way, Kamara. Vex and Zolan are cringe. I've actually gotten a little bit closer with Zolan this year. He's a really good dude. I haven't really spoken too much with Victoria, but I should. I've met them once, and they were really nice. Cabal's up there, too. Yeah. Next question. Goodness gracious. Now it's just me and you. Many people are still trying to escape online. All I got is an art station left. Yeah, dude, I don't go a week without thinking about just deleting my Twitter and being like, can I survive? Would I be able to continue to grow on Twitch and YouTube if I didn't have a Twitter? I'm this close. I'm so close to deleting it. And I mean it. Like, why? What do we need a Twitter? I just post. These days, I don't really interact with anyone. And I post that I'm going live. Oh, criminy Twitter. I literally post an eject. Yes, me too. Yes. I've already tried deactivating it, but that's when I was sad. You post nice things sometimes. It's not about the posting. I wish that I could post things and never see anything anyone else posts ever. But it also like cuts off the ability to meet new people if I wanted to. But like for instance, Nina reached out the other day and she asked if I wanted to hang out. And I said yes. But she asked me through Twitter. So if I didn't have a Twitter, then I wouldn't have been able to talk to her. I came from YouTube, so do it. Well, Ghost said something somewhere. A lot of peeps are jumping ship from Twitter anyway. Yeah, I don't be surprised if I just delete it altogether soon. I'd be curious. Would my ability to grow on Twitch be hindered because I didn't have a Twitter anymore? I'm not leaving you. I was just talking about Twitter. Social media sucks. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. I saw Shenpai recently was like, hey, I'm not really leaving content creation, but I'm leaving Twitter. Goodbye. And left. And I felt so inspired by that, dude. So inspired. It's because it's not about the posting. It's about my inability to not just scroll through Twitter and then be like, oh yeah, this person unfollowed me. Oh yeah, I'm triggered because this person brought this up and I have to think about this. It's just like, it's doom scrolling very unintentionally, you know, and you can't really, you can mute everything under the sun and something's still gonna pop up and hurt your feelings. So I'm just like, what if I just didn't? What if I didn't have anything to do with that? Also, Affle, welcome back for 3 months. I'm doing good and the stream's going well. How are you? I made a Twitter just to take the name. Other than that, I don't know what it's for. Fair. Okay, sorry. Let's do the next question. Next question is from Empress, which they said I can read the Twitch name. Empress Ombra. I love making things and all of my friends tell me I make great stuff. But as much as I want to, I'm terrified to take the next step and put it all out there. All I want is to make some fun little things that can maybe make someone's day just a tiny bit better. Trying to find a healthy way to push myself forward. That's very sweet, but I don't know what the question is. That is very sweet. Wait, did I miss the question? You guys said good question. I feel like I'm blind. Oh, like advice on how to push yourself forward and put yourself out there? I love making things with my friends that make great stuff, but as much as I want to, I'm terrified to take the next step and put it all out there. All I want is to make fun little things and maybe make someone's day just a tiny bit better. Trying to find a healthy way to push myself forward. Okay. What is a healthy way? Dude, this has happened 2 streams in a row. The tip of my nose won't stop itching. It's a healthy way to put yourself out there. Okay, I was there once. Long time ago, I used to make 3D VTuber assets, and I didn't know how to go about doing that. So my advice would be maybe to take lots of pictures, like pretty well put together photos of all the stuff. I'm guessing it's physical, and if it's not, then I don't know. I take this with a grain of salt, but maybe put one thing up and kind of, because it sounds like you're a little bit terrified, right? So maybe put one thing up and see how it's received. Take it one day at a time, and then find what your comfort level is with that, with putting yourself out there. And if it is received well, maybe slowly start putting, more and more items up along the way. Yeah, I think that's what I would advise. Yeah, I know it's terrifying to put yourself out there, but once you're out there, I think you'll be okay. Especially if you're making people happy. It's a time thing, so just take your time. Next question. Oh, it's Joker. Hi, Layna. Speak on behalf of the editors. This Christmas, should I ask for a Should I ask for a toilet or a mattress in the editor basement? I feel like if you had to ask for a mattress or a toilet, you should ask for a toilet. If those are my two choices in life, in any situation, and I could pick between the two, give me the floor and a toilet. Thank you. I always watch films, and whenever there's a film about like, oh, there's a bucket in the corner, my anxiety through the roof. I couldn't. I feel like I just hold it in for the rest of my life. There's no... Can you imagine trying to go on a bucket and then you trip or you fall or you no. You can get a toilet, my friend. You can ask for a toilet. Jeez. Didn't have to tell everyone though, but I guess now the secret's out. Ugh. Yucky. So anyway, that's my answer. Are we confined to a fate set out for us, or are we able to grab hold of our destiny so we may find our own paths? These days, I find it difficult to find my purpose in life and for the blossoming of love. Guys, can you sit with this? I gotta like put water on my nose or something. It's driving me crazy. I don't know who's talking about me, but can you just stop for a second? It's like, it's actually bothersome. Okay. I do genuinely believe that you are in control of your own life and your own path, but a part of me also strongly believes that everything happens for a reason. But also, it's quite personal to a lot of people whether you can or can't control your life, or if there's such thing as fate, or if things matter or don't matter. But it's all up to what you believe, really. But yeah, I do think everything happens the way it's supposed to, even though sometimes it really sucks. You kind of have to deal with uncomfortable situations. But I don't know, do you classify that as believing in fate or not being able to have control of your own life, destiny? That's kind of a deep question that a lot of people have different answers for. I believe people could benefit from knowing that they have a degree of control over their own actions, but yes, sometimes you get caught up in what fate has in store for you. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are different. It's a very varying answers question. All right. There's like a million more, but I only opened a few. Axeman. Hi, good to speak to you again. Hi, hey dude, I hope you've been well. The past year, if not longer, have not been kind to me. I've lost some of my closest friends, as well as my friend groups, and as a result, I feel so lost and hopeless. On top of battling my problematic past, it's been hard to have any kind of faith in myself. What should I do? So pretty eyes, happy 1 year anniversary. Welcome back, man. Thank you for being here. Let me set this here. I'm getting a very similar vibe. And we already kind of like talked on this profusely earlier, so we don't have to dive too much deep into it again. But I'm getting the vibe from a lot of us that it's not just me going through it, but a lot of us are going through lots of ending friendships, ending relationships, lots of friend groups being damaged in an irreparable amount. It just seems like a common theme going on right now, and I don't quite know why. I don't know why a lot of people are struggling with this similarly across the board. But yeah, it honestly just delves back into content creation and everyone's on a different path and a different journey on their life right now. And sometimes you gotta get rid of the old to make room for the new. And it is a part of life. I feel like 2003 and 2004 has not been good to me, but it feels and sounds like it hasn't been good to a lot of you guys, and I'm really sorry to hear that. 9-year friend group for me broke apart at the start of the month. Yep. Yeah. And unfortunately, the reality is that's grieving. Like it's gonna hurt every day, and I don't know when that day is gonna come where it starts to hurt just a little bit less. But I think what you're feeling is fairly normal, even though it really sucks. It sucks a lot. Big time. But I don't know. I feel like I don't have heaps of good advice for you because I'm in a similar situation. I definitely feel lost and hopeless, but the good thing about it all is that it's made room for good people. And even though I feel very shut off and I feel guarded, I can see that I've welcomed a lot of good people in my life and cut off a lot of things that weren't good. So even though this is a long process and it's very painful, I think in the end it will be worth it when you get to the other side. That's my advice for that. Just time. And hopefully you find people around you that will be patient with you. Also, Catatomic, thank you for joining the community. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? Hey. I have a bit of a strained relationship with my father. Still though, I want to mend our relationship and reconcile with him. Any advice on reconnecting with an estranged family member? That's an excellent question. I've got like 3 of those. Excellent question. I think it's very hard to give advice on this topic because everyone is different and everyone's family members are different and everyone's situations are very, very different. And it's sort of like you have to ask yourself first before trying to reconcile or come back to a relationship or friendship. What is it that you are looking for out of this relationship? Maybe write down, what are you trying to reconcile? What are you looking for? What are you hoping for? And what are your expectations? And when you know what those things are, then maybe that will carve a better path of understanding in regards to your dad and what you hope for. But be patient with yourself and what direction you decide to go with. For me, I hadn't before I hadn't talked to my sister in like 6 years or something. And I really wanted to reconcile, and I ended up like being in the area and popped by her place, and yes, we talked, but the cost was making her really like uncomfy with that, because I'm very much like, hey, let's talk it out, and she's not. And I spent another like 2 years we didn't speak, but with time we actually started talking again. We don't talk heaps, but our conversations are really healthy and really good. And I've said a lot of the things that were meaningful to me, and as has she. And just those things take a lot of time. And I know I went through a lot of pain and hurt, really wanting a sister and wanting my sister back. And that took years, like 32 years of my life. But you need to be really, 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 really patient with yourself and the other person. So, yeah. Also, as far as like parents are concerned, parents more so than siblings can be really stuck in their ways. So if you're looking for something that they might not be able to provide, just kind of be aware of that. It's kind of why, I've cut both of my parents off. It's healthier that way. Also, hi Kenobi, welcome on in. Hi guys. Welcome, welcome. Itchy. Let me see if I can bring up a few more. There's like a handful more, so 1 second here. I think I can do just a few more. Or, oops, I opened the wrong chat. There's a lot, by the way. The one I just opened was that was, how many have we read? There's 69, by the way. That was only number 22. That was number 23. Yeah, wow. There's so many of them. So let me just do 2 or 3 more, I think. Okay. Okay, here we go. You guys having an okay time? I know this is super new territory for me, but I'm enjoying myself, and I hope that the advice you were looking for, whether it be from me or chat that you've received, has been okay. Yeah, leave the room open. It's up to you guys if you want to do another stream of this. This has been beautifully enlightening. Okay, good. All right, I'm glad to hear it. At least too, you know the expectations as well. You know what I mean? Like what you're getting into when you tune in. So, yeah. Okay. This question is, first stream for me and I thoroughly enjoy it. Good. I hope I didn't scare you away. Is it wrong for me to be upset for not having my partner spend an equal amount of time with me than they do their friends in a... Ooh, this is a good question. They give reasonings like being tired or too busy and just not feeling social, and yet later on talk about how they spent the last couple of hours or a day with friends right after giving those reasonings. Solid. Okay, valid question. Thank you for sending that in. I think there's a lot of things going on here. Also, swab my folds. Welcome on in for 6 months. Thank you so much. Wait, guys, wait, hold on. What if I put lotion on my nose? I don't know why this is bothering me so much. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Oh. I'm putting on lotion. Okay, yeah, maybe lotion will help. Okay. What name? No, they did not want to share their name. Okay. Is it wrong for me to be upset? Well, no. I think I've learned that, oh, so millennial, thank you. I've learned that you are valid. Whatever feelings you may be feeling for whatever the situation is, you're valid. Period. That's the most important thing, first of all. And the deeper reasonings behind that are kind of different. But so here, you're upset about your partner, which is why, as we were talking earlier, communication is so severely important. And chat, if you just could be a little respectful for not making any assumptions, because this is a very open-ended question. So I, at the very least, want to ensure that we're not like putting ideas in their head that might be negative. Okay. Because it's a valid complaint. The person that I was like talking to or seeing previous to this did a lot of the same things, and it made me so sad, especially as, like, you know, when you're a content creator, you got to find balance and time for your friends and for you and your relationship. And oftentimes I'd be like, well, I want to spend time with you, but what they wanted to do was spend time with people and friends and socializing, hanging out, and there was no like me and them time. So one, for me, in my mind, and everyone is different, for me that's a mild, small point of contention. So communicate about it, right? And that's quite important. But on the opposing end, it's very important and very healthy that both parties have friendships. You need to have friendships outside of your own relationship. That is super, super important. Is it more important than your relationship? Absolutely not. I am a firm believer that your number one needs to not only be yourself, but your partner and vice versa. And for you to be confident in knowing that they feel that way about you too, which provides trust. And when they are spending time with their family or friends, that everything is fine and there's no contention regarding that. But if this person is giving you excuses to not be spending time with you, but then you are finding out, or they're saying they're spending time with other people outside of you after asking to spend time together, then that is a means for needing to communicate and share your feelings with this person. If this person is not receiving your frustrations clearly, then I think that might lead to needing to have further discussions on what you two are looking for in a relationship. Period. That doesn't make either of you in the wrong, and that doesn't make either of you bad people. You guys might just be looking for different things in a relationship right now. I am very lucky because my partner wants to spend time with me all the time. And that's always what I've wanted. But sometimes we really need to spend time with other people. It's super healthy. So, you know, find out what it is that you need and find a person that's going to provide that for you. No, we're talking about actual relationships. Okay. Next question. This is Anne Pan Avalon. So Irresistible, thank you so much. Thank you for converting your Prime. What background music is this? Let me get it for you. It's just like it's a little coffee playlist. Okay. Any advice for finding acquaintances, maybe even friends, to interact with for someone who has social anxiety? It takes a lot of effort just typing in Twitch chat. Thank you for your time and your efforts. Well, thank you. Thank you for even sending something in. I really appreciate it. I imagine that might have been really nerve-wracking to do. So thank you very much for taking the time. Best advice for finding acquaintances. I think that a really good solid start could be Discord servers. I'm not in the same place in my life right now, so I'm trying to take a minute to figure out where I started into trying to get to know people. Also, Cap, you have a wonderful rest of your day. And Phone, welcome on in. But I think in this like new age of being online and online friendships, Discords could be the beginning of that. And I know you struggle with typing in Twitch chat, and that makes complete sense. I mean, some Twitch chats are going a mile a minute, and most of everyone is here for the streamer, and sometimes it might hurt or feel strange if you're not being heard. And not everyone is here to talk amongst each other. So sometimes Discord servers might be your best bet of finding servers of things that you already enjoy, be it a video game, and maybe even asking people in that server, hey, do you guys want to get together? Does anyone play this game? Does anyone want to have a night where we do this and that? So I think that would probably be my first suggestion into finding friendships. And honestly, that kind of happened to me back in the day. When I was with Troy, I didn't really have a lot of friends at all. And I played Final Fantasy XIV religiously. And it's how I found my initial first like group of really amazing friendships. I found them on Final Fantasy XIV. And I've like never let go of them since. And then so Jacksaw's a good example. Jacksaw came around. And Jacksaw's been a part of my life for a really long time, and I invited him in, and Jacksaw's been a part of that group for many, many years now and never left. So sometimes just being a part of a community and finding the right people, right place, right time, it all works out. Yeah. Which I'm really glad. I'm really glad that you're part of that friend group. I feel like you were always meant to be there. Yeah. So I hope that helps. I know that, I mean, this is asking someone that is even struggling themselves navigating friendships. So I hope that that answered just a little bit. I slowly got better socially, but it was a hard road. Yeah, I can imagine, man. Yeah. Let's find people with similar interests and go from there. Slowly. Yeah, that's what I used to do. So my only way for like communicating and making friends for a long time when I was with Troy was being on Final Fantasy and just like going up to groups and typing and just talking. I didn't know any of these people, but it was finally my way of being able to socialize. So yeah, slowly but surely. Sometimes MMOs are a great place for that. Twitch recommended you and I thought I'd follow. Hi! Thank you so much for following. This is a bit unusual content for the stuff that I usually do. But welcome on in. It's nice to have you. Next question is Yeety. A resident Yeety here. Something I've always noticed and respected about you is how motivated you always are to work as hard as you do pretty all the time, despite everything you've had to deal with. That's something I regularly struggle with. Staying motivated or even finding motivation for stuff that I need or should do. How do you consistently stay motivated? I think I was asked this question a long time ago when I used to do sculpting streams, and my main answer was to keep a roof over my head. I don't know where you're at in your life right now, Yeety, but motivation changes with time. And for me, because I live alone and I don't have a safety net, I don't have parents to pay for anything, I don't have a partner that pays for anything. I'm my own person, and the only way to put food on the table is by my own means. So my motivation comes from needing to survive. And that's like at the bare essentials of that. But beyond that, I don't know. I think I'm always striving for change, and I'm always striving to be better, and I think that's my main motivator. I think sometimes I struggle with that, and sometimes I stagnate, and sometimes I don't want to change. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to face the things that I need to do, and if I stagnate, then things don't change, and I become unmotivated. So I don't think that was an answer, but I think I stay motivated just by wanting to continue to be better and grow. And whether that be, you know, shown in my streams or me as a person, I think that's what keeps me going on. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. I hope that was a valid answer. Yeah. Feels like everyone's looking at me and I'm wait, I linked the Discord to phone numbers. Someone has my phone number linked to their account and the Discord gives no way to undo it. Many people have this issue and it's been going on for years. I look at the mods and I blink and I panic a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure. Also, Anura, welcome on and thank you for joining the community. I appreciate it. All right. One time I bought a game to play with my friend the first time together. Also, Siege, thank you for the bits. With my friend the first time together. However, the friend heard about it and decided to jump ahead and be the one to play it first with them. Oh, I've been there before. That stinks. Was it wrong for me to be upset about having their first time experiencing the game together stolen? And was it wrong for me to tell them that upset me? This is very easy answer. One, as I said before, whatever you are feeling and what any of you are feeling in any of these situations, your feelings to things are valid, but it is how you act upon them and respond that's important, okay? So, was it wrong for you to be upset? No. No, not at all. It's okay. It's normal. Was it wrong for you to tell them that it upset you? It depends on how you told them. If you communicated kindly, no, it shouldn't be wrong at all. But as we said earlier in the stream, more often than not, especially with online friendships, which most of the time are, hey bud, you want to play this game together? Hell yeah, we play games every week, you know? And then when it delves into more of an emotional state and they're emotionally unavailable, then that's not your fault. Yeah. So you're welcome, Avalon. So no, you're not wrong on either accounts. It's just hopefully you handled it with care and respect to the other person, because it sounds like they're not in the wrong either, right? If you bought a game to play with them, one, it's like, did they know that those were your intentions? And if the other friend heard about it, it doesn't sound like the friend who played with your friend is at fault. So it just sounds like a little messy, and maybe it's not anyone's fault, you know? Just communicate and have a conversation about it. Yeah. Okay, this is the last one. Last one. Is it wrong for me to be... oh. Hey, we already did this. Well, that's it. How many questions did we answer today? Did you feel like that was a good chunk? Sorry, I didn't mean to click the same one that we've done already. That was a full 3 hours of talking. At least 3. Aw, thanks, Amaru. That was really nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. I never want to say the wrong thing, and I probably did, and that might keep me up at night, but I tried. Empress, absolutely. There's so many more. So if at any point you guys want to do another stream like this, you could help me out by maybe, I don't know, we vote for it or join the Discord and let me know that this is something you'd like to see again, because there were a lot of questions submitted that I did not get to. I think it was 25 questions out of like 70. Long-time lurker, first-time chatter. I hope you had a good stream and that you're able to feel good about making streaming art again. I'm excited. I think once I get my feet wet again with sculpting, I'm gonna be on another world and really enjoy it because I miss it. Also, Figby, welcome back for 7 months. I hit a new PR at the gym and I wanted to treat myself with a sub. Yes, congratulations. No, that's huge. That's not on topic. That's always on topic. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. I really appreciate hearing your thoughts. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Whew. That was nerve-wracking, guys. We went through it. So what are we gonna do this week? There's a few games coming out this week that I want to play. But I think I'm feeling a little emotionally tapped right now, and not from the stream, just life in general. And I don't know if I want to have a sleep in tomorrow, so I might start the stream at a later time than usual because I want to sleep in. And I said that earlier that maybe I'd want to have a late stream, but I think yeah, I think I want to go see Lindsay. I want to spend some time with her. I haven't seen her for days, and then maybe I think there's a game that I've been wanting to play. I can't remember. But at the very least, I don't have anything planned tomorrow, but I do want to stream because I have to take Wednesday, Thursday off. On Wednesday, Thursday, I think I told you guys this. I had been contacted a few weeks ago by the owner of a salon, and they are competing in a hair competition. and they asked if I could be their model, and I said yes, absolutely. So I'll be going in on one of the days for them to like color and treat and my hair and all that sort of stuff. I said that they can do whatever they want as long as it's kept long. They want to do like a Viking type, like a old school Viking type theme for the photography. So we're doing all the hair on Wednesday and then all of the photography work on Thursday. I will say that something that I do miss a lot, I think as I've gotten older, I'm more self-conscious about it. But I miss modeling a lot. Modeling was so much fun. I looked at Lindsay because we went to like a local arts, what was it? Like an art thing in the city. And I was like, whoa, what if I just started art modeling again? That'd be so cool. That was a part of my life that I treasured a lot. But also, Scully, welcome on in. Thank you for joining the community. But yeah, so I said yes to that because I want to try to do things that I'm involved in outside of stream. So it was really nice to talk to the owner, and she was telling me she's competed for many years now, and she was showing me her passion and how she wants to do the hair. And I just get to meet new people and just be surrounded by real life people that are not in the computer. And honestly, I need a little pick-me-up. Especially before my partner comes. So having a really cute haircut and cute hair color. And trust me, she said if I don't like the hair color, that she's gonna dye my hair back to dark brown. So it's nor here nor there if it's something that I don't enjoy. But yeah, I'll show you guys pictures of the finished photography session. I'm really excited. It's something that I haven't done in a long time, and I'm stoked. And hopefully that'll get me back into my health kick, because to be honest, I haven't been to the gym or my trainer in months. When I took that month leave, I just laid in bed for days, and I need to get back to exercising and taking care of myself. No, it's not gonna be any crazy colors like pink or green or blue. It's not gonna be any of that at all. You'll see. It's actually really cool. Also, Zen, dude, thank you so much for gifting me a sub the other day. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's nice to see you, dude. I hope that you've been well. Thank you for coming back. What else? I think that's it. I genuinely think you look better now than most. Thank you, Philly. I think I said that a few streams ago, but Phillian, I told her how old I was, and I thought she knew, and she was like, no, you're not. She, bless her heart, she said she thought I was 27, and that means a lot to me. I'm trying my best. So, but as far as this week is concerned, I'll be streaming Monday and Tuesday, and I won't be streaming Wednesday and Thursday. Hell, I don't know, I might not even be streaming Friday. I think I need a little bit of a break. Because as of tomorrow, I'll be like 5 days in a row streaming. I haven't taken a break yet. But tomorrow I probably will be starting later in the day because I went to go see Lindsay for a bit. Yeah, I had a great time today, and thank you for trusting me with your questions. I hope I helped, even in just a tiny way. To anyone who came out to the meet and greet, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet me. That was so nerve-wracking, but I enjoyed meeting you guys in person. Thank you. Yeah, join the Discord. Yeah. Okay, let's see who's on. Oh, I that's an easy choice. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'm sending you lovely people over to Grape. She is playing Final Fantasy 14 for the first time, I think, or first Heaven Sword, which is a really, really crunchy, yucky expansion because Shadow Bringers was the best. But go say hi to Grape. She's a wonderful person and really lovely to listen to, and her model is fantastic. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you want to know exactly what time and I'm streaming and what I'm doing, please join the Discord. I always keep up with you guys there. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves.